Houston pecan tonight. Used to have an RV full of case file stacks, map full of mysteries, thumbtack. Hear the hum of the tires, feel the pull of the strings, where the lights in the woods get real deranged. Open your brain holes, where the truth explodes, and hunker on down for a trip on the GCD high Weirdness Road. He's riding down the high Weirdness Road, chasing every story nobody's told. Muppets in the backseat, vampires in tow. JJ Vance on the high Weirdness Road. Cold case counties and abandoned towns. Something in the shadows keeps swirling round. CIA box shouting, who killed Bill Colby? JJ just laughs and cranks the sound. Where the timeline's bend and the truth gets loud, and the moon looks wrong behind a wandering cloud. If the vampires strike, well, that's just how it goes. He's riding down the high Weirdness Road, where impossible things are the stories he's old. From hidden hollers on a foggy night to the America's wasteland, heartland. JJ Vance on the high Weirdness Road. He's rolling down the high Weirdness Road, chasing every phantom the archives hold. Truth gets strange, but he won't let go. JJ Vance on the high Weirdness Road. Yeah, JJ Vance on the high Weirdness Road.
I can go to your mama's and start a small fire in her panties. Now,
Howdy, folks. Riff Double J back here, coming at you live from about 7,000 feet into the Southern California mountains. Welcome back, folks, to the interwebs. Once again, your host of Operation GCD here, JJ Vance, right on your screen. Not the vice president. I'd like to remind you, folks, do not vote for me in 2028. In fact, don't vote for any of them Muppets. Anyhow, Vampire Hunter part-time. Happy to be at your service. Anyhow, welcome back, folks, to the interwebs. I will be your pilot and navigator for tonight's shenanigan-infused journey into the mind of this particular garbage can dude. And I'm not going to lie to you, folks, in the interwebs. Got a real barn burner on deck for y'all tonight. The Anatomy of the Satanic Panic. Oh, wait, that's tomorrow night. Just kidding. Gotcha. An occult and/or esoteric review of the 1991 cinematic masterpiece FX2, starring the two Bryans, Brian Brown and the Brian Dennehy, and brought to us, in fact, by Princess Diana's husband. You mean to tell me there's a Princess Diana element to all this? That's funny, because King Charles was just in town doing a bunch of his Muppet stuff. But I got a real barn burner on deck for y'all tonight. Thank you, folks in the interwebs, for joining me here tonight to get a little GCD. And welcoming our first guest here tonight, Phil Z, secret agent of the Dewey Decimal System. How you doing, sir? Welcome back to Operation GCD for your first time.
Good to be here. How's it going, JJ?
Doing well, sir. Hanging in there. You know, living the dream. One man's dream's another dude's nightmare.
Very true. Very true.
It's all about perspective.
Damn right.
And well, my machine's running slow. I'm running slow. Everything's happening here tonight. Did you now, as a New Yorker, I believe you have some connections as far as geographically speaking to the Brian Dennehy.
Yeah, he was an alum of my high school, and just I mean, when I first started my high school, they were, shout out the senators and the CEOs, and they're like, yes, Brian Dennehy and George Kennedy, and Brian Dennehy, I mean, was
That's
one of my
awesome.
dad's.
And George Kennedy, dude. Those are two legends of Hollywood right there. They both kind of played similar character roles.
Oh yeah, and Brian Dennehy was one of my dad's favorites, and I just remember him in Cocoon when I was growing up, and First Blood.
Cold film, sure.
Yep, and then obviously Tommy Boy. You just think
classic.
Yep,
he was the sheriff in Ramboville.
Yep, yeah. So one of those guys who could pretty much put in anything. I remember he was in a movie and it didn't do good, but he was in the Robert Redford movie Legal Eagles. And
that was I remember that was a decent film. Yeah, Robert Redford's a communist. That was right when he started being a real big communist. So. He lost favor with a lot of folks coming out as a commie like that, and then later lost more favor probably because his Sundance Film Festival co-founder, his friend, ardent kid diddler. Yeah, shocker.
I think with Hollywood there's a 6 degrees and probably less with kid diddlers.
Yeah, I would say more like I would agree with you, sir. More or less. So, were you forced to watch this at your high school as part of Brian Dennehy's celebration?
No, I remember catching FX. Probably I saw the original one, probably like, bits and pieces growing up. And I remember seeing part 2. I think the first time I saw it was with my uncle. And, I think he was, you like, what's his name? Brian Brown. And, I remember Brian Brown from Cocktail. And
Tom Cruise classic. He doesn't run or fight anybody really, but it's a classic.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. And I mean, it's FX and FX2. Like, they're not cinematic masterpieces, but I think they're excellent movies, and I think they still, to a degree, hold up.
I agree they hold up. I'm going to go with an objection on cinematic masterpiece, though, sir. Dodi Fayed would not bring anything. Princess Diana's husband would not bring us any less than a cinematic masterpiece.
Well, they were apparently certain FX guys were pissed off, believing that they were exposing too many trade secrets in the movies.
We can't have any of that, and there's a good thing. Yeah. They stopped releasing those Epstein files. Otherwise, this man might be more concerned. He's a redacted name in those Epstein files. Welcome back to Operation GCD, sir. Troublemaker Jonah, for your very first time. You might be muted.
First off, if we're talking about the deadly art of illusion, are we? Oh, wait.
We are talking about the deadly art of illusion. It's FX2 tagline hyphen deadly art of illusion.
Here we go. Deadly art of illusion. Are we talking about Oz Perlman rape you at the pump? Oh wait, that's just another illusion, right?
I was about to say, wrong illusion,
anyway,
sir, wrong illusion.
Aside from that, I mean, that was a deadly art. It was a deadly art, wasn't it? It was
first of all,
I don't want you to believe.
I don't recall any.
It was an illusion.
I don't recall any of that silly Naruto running going on in this film as we saw in the latest Trump assassination attempt.
Although, dude, I got a sick. Like when we're getting into it, I got
every day in the mirror, sir. Every day in the mirror.
I got another sick ass background. And speaking of which, I fucking called it that RR was the fucking dentist. I swear to God, I fucking said it like 27 times in this fucking chat. That is like when I see you guys in
I like it.
Utah,
it's a leading theory that the creepy dentist that ran to the Charlie Kirk site with the other JJ was in fact RR.
I called it right away, bro. I was like, after I told Twizzle all about my fucking destruction of a hotel when I was like, hey, maybe the dentist who didn't get I couldn't stay at the hotel because he's got a lifetime ban from an entire chain like I do. I mean, I fucked up an entire hotel once when I was like 50. Dude, there was like $2 million of damage in fucking 93. Every single floor, the main hallway had to be completely renovated. When we got arrested, they fucking found our room because we had the fucking fire hose out the window onto the fucking main strip in town. Literally, December in Canada, fucking fire hose going off. So then when we got arrested, they didn't have handcuffs for us. So then we hotboxed in the fucking paddy wagon, bro. It was a great time.
I like your style, sir. I salute your dedication to partying.
I stopped smoking weed after that, and there might have been some hits of acid ingested too. No, I'm not gonna say if I was one of them, but there might have been some hits of ingested before we got to the station, so they could find them. And then so we were like 15 at the time. They went and fucking I was telling Twizzle about this, but then they went and fucking put all of our names on the local media. So the Crown's like, yeah, no, we can't charge any of them. They're 15. It's just vandalism.
I like your style. I didn't have much interference with the locals, but from what you're describing reminds me of an incident I had around circa February of 2000 at the Travel Lodge in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada. I'm certain I'm not welcome back there. Whether or not it's a corporate wide ban, I can't be certain of.
Dude, I'm talking about the Travel Lodge in winter, so.
Yeah, what does this world come to? You can't tear apart a Travel Lodge rock and roll style, dude, and suddenly not get banned. What's going on? Maybe this guy has an answer. Todd the Wizard, what's the answer on that one, sir? You can't rip up a Travel Lodge. What's America or Canada come to?
What is America coming to when you?
By the way, for you.
Good evening, gentlemen. Hello, everyone. What's America coming to when you can't just demolish a Travel Lodge? No consequences. Jonah, here's the thing, Jonah. Here's the thing, Jonah. Oh, sorry. Go on, JJ.
No, I was saying I dedicated my year 2026. My New Year's resolution was to treat 2026 like an Apple store. And there's a lot of folks that can rip those things up these days.
Like an Apple store.
Yeah. Yeah, you see
a store full of
team of young teens that run into the Apple stores at like in a dozen.
Did you see the fucking
right? Yeah. Oh,
did you
definitely.
see the Naruto run of fucking Scientology this weekend?
Oh, I love
not this weekend.
Deep runs.
But we're following it closely now.
Naruto run through it. All the fucking teenagers.
No,
there was one on
not
Saturday.
This weekend. Big one on Saturday. Maybe assassination attempt overshadowed it.
The run of the Scientology center with the Naruto run of the Trump assassin.
Yeah, same day on Saturday, dude. Look at
that. That was the place. It was a fucking noodle run. That was it really a Scientology run? He thought he was in the Scientology building. It wasn't Trump he was after. But Jonah, it's cool that story as you were telling us that you had up there in Canada. It would have been way cooler if it was here in America. So, all right, we'll give you your little cool Canadian party story.
I think I know somebody might have an American version of that story, and that's the other.
I mean, don't be offended.
Yeah, what time we're
a man who's been banned from Travel Lodge or two.
Well, back in the day, we'd make somebody else use their
smell of marijuana smoke. They're like, hey, there's somebody smoking
marijuana.
We're at me and my friends were at the.
I was like, you can definitely smoke your way out of a travel.
Hold on. We were at the what was that? That Chicago airport.
There you go. I let them
we're at a hotel at the airport, and we took all the windows out of the airport. Or the airport hotel, and then so then we had a huge breeze going on while we smoked weed.
This was last year too, so look out.
It was like 27 years ago.
So maybe not a Travel Lodge, but I was on target.
Had to be fun.
The Chuck E. Cheese and Motor Lodge. I like that nickname, Phil. It's a good one. The motor lodges used to be a thing, dude. That used to be a major part of Americana that really Travel Lodge being the corporate kind of version of
that. Made it easy for them to do psychological operations and.
Well, you drive your car up there, dude. There's one in Great Falls where I was just living at, for example.
Okay.
One of the top 10 bars in America, often rated. It's called the Sip and Dip Lounge. They have a couple mermaids swimming in a fish tank behind the bar. And it's at a bar inside this motor lodge, right? You see, you pull your car up into the park in there, right? They got a little bar right there.
Yeah.
The Sip and Dip, that's just a beer and a fucking chew, bro. That's a beer and a fucking Skull or Copenhagen.
Back when I was there years ago, comprised a 70-year-old woman behind in Oregon. Until recently, she was in her 90s, wheeling away on an organ, playing whatever song you wanted to while you watched.
Good times. That sounds fantastic. I'd be all in on that.
Lounge, sure, they got some good drinks, some beverages you might enjoy.
Listen to some old lady sing songs from the 50s. Yeah,
dude,
sounds lovely.
Dude. She'll give you some
or kick you out of the bar, yeah. Just Patsy Cline. Boots are made for kicking
you. You guys need to shut up for like 5 minutes. You guys need to shut up for 5 minutes. We're going to get into the movie here. I can get into the movie here. So, JJ, I'm going to share my screen, but
movie? What movie?
so now the whole thing. I sent you the other link, but I did this one afterwards. So I have found it very interesting that they were talking about the 10 golden coins.
That's exactly what it is. Blue drinks in a carpeted lounge with an old lady in an organ playing, and then some mermaids swimming. That's
yeah.
Oh, man.
California.
And some LSD. Yeah.
This is not a paid advertisement.
Y'all shut up because I want to bring out my fucking new background.
Let me grab that.
But I got to get into the movie first.
New background? What's now your new background? I like that background.
You're almost on time. I guess we can avoid the Muppet break tonight. Remember that JJ has never shown one trick. They look exactly like you, Muppet. Open up your eyeballs and your ear holes and your brain hole. And also now report to the brig, you Muppet.
And ask yourself if you really feel proud of what you're doing over there.
They go fuck themselves too, RR.
Okay, I'm gonna get into the movie. Fuck y'all. So,
he wants to talk about the robot clown.
Yes, sir. Let's just start with the best part. Robot clowns.
Hey, wait, RR. Fuck RR. I'm really disappointed that you did not introduce yourself when you fucking stalked JJ and fucking other JJ at fucking Charlie Kirk's alleged memorial site. Now, I'm not dead. That's my personal opinion. But,
well, being from Canada.
Erica Kirk on Saturday. How the fuck does she cry more when someone doesn't shoot president than shot it?
Oh, dude, she went full commando, dude. She's looking like Chuck Norris on there today, talking about all this shit. But you're right. Tonight we're talking about FX2. Dodi Fayed's executive produced 1991 classic starring the two Bryans. Watch out. Fozzie the Bear is armed and dangerous.
Look out.
Yeah, check your six. You don't have to watch out for lasers now, sir. You gotta watch out for that damned bear. He's got a gun, dude.
There you go.
Yes.
You know, the clown was a big thing. The clown was a big thing back in the 90s because they also had Poltergeist with their clown, coming out.
Yeah, that was
clowns invading from outer space. Dude.
Oh, I didn't think
clowns from outer space.
Gay.
Of course, but
I might be a little rambunctious. I've been fucking working like sun up to sundown. I did like 27 hours in the last 2 days, and so
but you did everything wrong, so it doesn't count.
I'm on sleep deprivation. Anyway, so what I wanted to bring up about this movie. Shut the fuck up, because I want to bring up my new image. But anyways, what I want to bring up about this movie. So the plot is that some dude stole like fucking 10 golden coins. So I looked that up on Google Gemini. Those coins aren't real.
That's like the plot underneath the plot. So you're underselling it.
10 golden coins.
But as soon as I heard that, I was like, 10 golden coins. 10 spheres, so I had to look it up anyways, and then fucking they go into this whole thing, but those coins in the movie are all Hollywood fiction, but there are actually 10 circular coins of the Sistine Chapel that are associated directly with Michelangelo. I did do a whole search on it here, but I don't want to get into that too much because that's obviously the esoteric hidden meaning of the fact that that shit's been those 10 circular coins have been tied to Kabbalah, Tree of Life forever. So I just went ahead and did a new background just for this show. There we go. Brand new background. Sistine Chapel with the Tree of Life in it.
Joan is a Kabbalist now.
Hey, you can say. Evil.
Oh, where'd he go?
I see.
All right, then. That explains everything. No, I know. Wasn't that where what's his name got? That looks like the grounds where what's guy got unalived.
Oh, Bill Blatsky. The mystery of Bill Blatsky's murder. So that is an interesting aspect. So you're saying, are these medallions real, dude?
No, the medallions in the movie are not real. So the medallions in the movie are made up, but they're. I have to mention a Google Gemini on that one. So basically, the medallions in the movie, the gold ones, never made. That's a premise, and they call them mix something or something. I don't know. Fuck off. I've worked too much. But anyway, so there are the 10 circular coins.
Me too. I know how you feel, Jonah. I'm burned out.
Vampire.
But
I'm burned out too,
anyway,
buddy.
so there are 10 real coins, or like the 10 real coins. They're not medallions. They're painted, hand painted 10 coins that depict specific, like the creation of Adam. And for
I hate that story.
For centuries, they've actually been debated as to
their
placement on the emanations of the Tree of Life. Shut the fuck up! I'm explaining magic for you. You don't fucking.
Sorry, Jonah.
But anyway.
You're saying that's a star map by Michelangelo? Well, I can't talk. Michelangelo, the non-Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, the ceiling of the turtle.
Isn't Michelangelo a pizza joint?
Star map.
It could be.
TV dinner.
Oh wait,
Michelangelo's.
So are you saying this is a star map?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I see the Kabbalah Tree of Life and everything. All I see there's the Kabbalah Tree of Life.
Jonah's trying to convert you.
To what? Who knows?
Shut the fuck up. Todd, you're Todd thinks he's a Klingon. I mean, not Todd. Clint thinks he's a Klingon, but he's really just a Kleepoff.
I don't know what that means because I'm not a Kabbalist.
Or a Star Trek fan.
You're ugly with a big forehead is what I'm saying. Just fucking with you.
Are there any Star Trek fans out in the audience?
Schooner, dude. I see the schooner. You just got to stare at it long enough to see the sailboat.
Where's Waldo? Where's Waldo? Point him out.
Waldo, indeed. All right, folks. The interwebs, gents. I thank you, gents, for joining me here tonight to get a little GCD on Dodi Fayed's 1991 executive produced cinematic masterpiece FX2. There's a lot of going on in this film. A lot of ins, a lot of outs, couple what have yous. Folks of the interwebs, I want to thank y'all for joining us here tonight for Schizo Fest. We might talk about this film.
Hit the fucking like.
Schizo Fest. There we go. Are you not entertained?
I know how to hit the timing though, bro. Tell me I didn't know that.
I'm not saying I don't enjoy Schizo Fest.
At the beginning of the movie, it seemed like they were making fun of like Total Recall or something. Because I don't know. Look at the robot.
What's Gerald Hall saying? The trouble's never over. I'm making that shit all the time.
Before the robot with the shit. First of all, it's brought to us by Orion Pictures. I'm sure you'll know, Clint. That's a serious star reference, right?
Yeah, that's part of the Osiris stuff. Orion.
Well, yeah, Sirius there within the Orion.
It was a train.
The Orion constellation, does it not? The Sirius star.
It was a train droid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
it was a Recall because it looked like the first lady of France. So we're getting transpocalypse, transhumanism, dude. This film introduces us to cell phones as a commonality and modems at 2,400 bytes per second.
Yeah, dude, that was wild. Because that's 1991. Like AOL didn't exist, and the kids like, oh, can I go to? I actually did I did screenshot that, but someone had to take the week off last week, and then I didn't get around to fucking putting the screenshot up yet. I only had an extra week. But No, I found it super intriguing that they're like, oh yeah, can you send us the file? And he's like, oh, he's like a 10-year-old kid in 1991, and AOL doesn't exist, fucking Netscape doesn't exist, and he's like, oh, do you want me to go to the mall so I can use the modem? And then they're like, oh, do you know how to use the modem? I'm like, what the fuck kind of predictive programming is that hidden in there, bro? Like,
for sure. I specifically recall that was I saw this film at the theater. I recall that being the very first time I'd ever seen the cell phone. Very first time I'd ever heard or seen the modem, dude. This was the introduction of those things. Now, probably the very first time looking back, if I go back and look at it more, probably the first time I got Transpocalypse in the film, dude.
But
yeah. Well, I mean,
where was the Transpocalypse moment?
Did we see the beginning? Film, we're talking about FX2, the 1991.
Oh, the boobs! You got to put the fake boobs on, yeah.
No, right at the beginning.
It's the opening sequence, sir. It's
the
drag queen assassin.
Yep.
It's like a cyborg mutant.
Drag queens were going hard right then, yeah.
Dude, they were loving
for the public's attention. Yeah, it was the heyday.
Well, I actually enjoyed the opening sequence, but before we get to that, I'd like to ask, go around here the table and ask, when was the first time you seen this film, and any observations you had then and versus now? Starting with Phil Z, the secret agent of the Dewey Decimal System, sir. What do you got, sir? What do you got?
Oh, I mean, the first time I saw it, the thing I remembered most was the clown that Raleigh could control.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first, probably that scene, and the scene when he holds off the assassin and he winds up putting the plastic from like the meat packaging on his face. That always freaked me out.
Yeah, that freaked me the fuck out, man.
First time that was ever done.
Fuck out, like In the Line of Fire. Speaking of presidential assassinations, this one did not include a Naruto run, but In the Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood and John Malkovich. We'll have to do that's actually on cue on the queue for upcoming film. Doing Presidential Assassination Month to celebrate America's 250th here in July. So we're gonna make that happen. That's on the list.
That'll be good.
But
that will be fantastic.
And in that film, we won't get a Naruto run, but
Jack Bauer.
Well, John Malkovich, he's an actual assassin. Whatever this school teacher was, he's like he might LARP as an assassin. You know what I mean?
He's like
get the fuck out of here with that whole story. He goes to fucking first off, he shows up with a fucking buckshot and fucking daggers. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Fucking the Naruto run, sir. The Naruto run was this key piece of assassinship.
And then he's running in there like he's fucking dude. First off, Tom Cruise needs to take hint. Yeah, he had buckshot because he didn't want to use slugs because it might injure fucking the people he didn't want to injure, like fucking buckshot.
Might hurt an animal. Yeah.
Did you read the manifesto? Fucking god damn, this guy's a fucking retard. But at the top of that too, he's Cole Allen, and then the other autistic black dude that they're fucking blaming the CIA pipe bomb on is fucking Brian Cole. Get the fuck out of here. They're calling all these black dudes Cole. The fucking
that's racist. Sir. And, that sort of bigotry here at
I ain't the one running the operations. I'm just pointing out
like Nat King Cole.
They all have Cole as their name. They got Cole in their socks.
And there's a JPL.
I mean, what's going on here?
There's a JPL
connection. You probably knew some of those people.
SPLC's on the wire.
Slightly different topic, different horse with different color, but
they probably got Jonah's name in a file with the red star at the top. Yeah,
he's on a whiteboard.
Fucking gang stalking into some shit for a while. They've been trying.
Jesus.
I just
on
that tangent.
I don't listen to my voices. No, I'm kidding. Let's get
in
back
the
on
Line of Fire. They take a bag and put it over a dude's head. Clint Eastwood's partners. That's always freaking me. That scene's just. It's scary. That to me is horror.
Yeah, that was Dylan McDermott. Yeah, that was
Dylan. I was about to call him bootleg Dylan McDermott. I couldn't remember the Dylan McDermott.
And you know what else is
another guy floating around the '90s like that. If they couldn't get Dylan McDermott, they got him.
If they couldn't get Dylan McDermott, they got. If they couldn't get Dylan McDermott, they got Dermot Mulroney.
There you go. I knew you know. Somebody would know.
I knew. My wife and I joke about all that all the time. Is it Dermot Mulroney or that other Dude,
we got the poor man's Patrick Duffy. The poor man's Patrick Duffy is his
Well, wait. If we're gonna be talking about Dylan, whatever, I just want to point out, since we're talking to the CIA and ours in the chat, Dylan Mulvaney, again, tying into Transpocalypse. His granddaddy was collapsing banks in the 1970s on behalf of the agency. So, I mean, we can just tie that in real quick.
I like where your brain is, but you did just indeed grab so many schizo elements of this conversation. I mean, we did talk about all this.
The never-ending story.
Yeah, that is my last name, Todd.
So,
What's that?
Phil, you
that is my last name, Story. Yeah, let's
before we got him. No.
If you can.
You said you did not intervention, sir. Intervention. Let's have a take.
Come and find me. My name's Story.
It's like halftime when you're playing soccer as a kid. They give you one.
Oh,
Phil, you were saying you didn't enjoy the film that much, huh?
No, I did. I mean, as a kid though, I kind of, missed certain things, and so
yeah, as a kid, like
there's certain scenes where you're like, okay, this is kind of cool, but then when we watched, we were set to do this originally in November, and I watched it.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, we were gonna. And I had my notes from it, but yeah, I remember watching that, and I was like, it's more than a decent movie. I mean, I think I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's decent. Surprisingly enough, it's exactly the same length as the first one.
Right.
Did we do part one? Did we do part one?
Surprisingly enough, but also
I just wonder. Did I lose my memory? Did we do part one? Did we do FX part one?
No, we're supposed to do 1 and 2, and he fucked both of them.
I think we were scheduled to do both of them back then, and we didn't do either because JJ was having some stuff he was dealing with right there, taking off for a minute.
How dare you, sir?
How dare you, sir? How dare you? He had to abort the top.
I hope you're just taking care of yourself, JJ. You know we love you, buddy.
I'd
hate to see I'd hate to see the internet without you, JJ. Jonah, on the other hand, I think everybody could. That wouldn't hurt it. No.
I'll be honest with you.
No, I'm teasing, Jonah. That would hurt me, man. If you weren't here.
Here for 10 years here next.
I mean, first off, I might be obnoxious.
Yeah,
I know that I make y'all fuckers laugh, and I know I make the chat laugh. So.
Yeah, and you irritate certain people, the ones we don't like. So you're okay. Right on. Keep doing your thing. Plus, when we have our party, you're going to be the bouncer. So,
Todd, when was the first time you see this film, and what was your observations in between?
I saw it back then. Thought it was super cool as a young man. Clowns and robots and.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on here, dude. There's crooked cops, dude. Vatican stuff, dude. Assassin stuff, dude.
FX2 had the monster that played a large part of the movie.
Did they make the FX
which appeals to young kids back in those days?
A lot of appeal to young children. I remember, I was 11 when this film came out. I loved it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
If I'm a guy, fuck me, goddamn. Someone really needs to work on that algorithm. Although you guys don't even want to see my algorithms. Like, after all the shit I talk, all the random shit that I fucking look up, you do not want to see my algorithms. You'll go nuts.
No.
Anyways,
definitely not.
I don't remember seeing number 2 as a kid. I remember seeing number 1. Now, I will bring up that their one most precious or precise point on this movie that I've brought up before. Never fuck with a fire crotch. You notice the redhead fucked him over, fucking turned the fucking dirty on him, and pulled the gun on him, right?
She has no soul. She's ginger.
Yeah, that's what makes her so hot.
You gotta understand the expectations. You gotta set them low. You know, I'm half ginger. You gotta set the expectations. You have no soul.
You never fuck with a ginger. I mean, I got a few of them in my exes, and I had to learn the hard way, but never fucking ginger.
They burn your house down or something? Forget the rabbit on the door handle. That ginger's going to burn that motherfucker down, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what the problem with the ginger is, though, too? I mean, at least when you fuck with a Puerto Rican, she might stab you, burn your house down, but at least she's got an ass on her. The gingers don't even have that. Unless they're like a hockey bitch.
You can try to export them, but then you realize Puerto Ricans are Americans, and that's just racist, Jonah. How dare you?
No, man, they're exotic up here. They're exotic up here. Like, they're not real Americans. They're in territory.
So you
Canada's all red dot these days. I mean, it's a white country. It's a white country with a red dot.
Yeah. What was the first thing that stuck out to you there, Tom?
On that, you know what was cool about that?
The tangents, though, but Tom, what was the first thing that stuck out to you then when you see the besides?
It was the same thing as Phil was saying. I looked at it 6 months ago, November, when we were going to do it. And it brought back a lot of memories from being a young kid where I was like, wow, that's fucking cool. Who didn't love Brian Dennehy? Did Brian Dennehy play in... he's fucking that all-American fucking man. Everybody loves him.
I'm not gay.
Did he play in Caddyshack? Did he play in not Caddyshack?
Well,
the one with Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn.
Foul play.
Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn. The mystery, the murder mystery.
Oh, you're talking about Foul Play, dude.
Foul Play. Yeah, was he in that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, classic scene.
He was in that. Dudley Moore and Burgess Meredith were in that.
He's the good guy. Brian Dennehy plays the good guy who gets killed. He's that throwaway great guy that gets killed, I think. Doesn't he get killed in that? Brian Dennehy was typecast. He was typecast. He got, is that guy that you can count on. You can count on this dude. He's an upstanding guy. He's like the good side of the FBI, if there's such a thing or whatever.
Yeah,
if he's in the
plays
FBI.
a washed up gumshoe, doesn't he? He plays a good old drunk Irishman.
Yeah, that's there behind the Australian special effects guy.
Brian Dennehy, the Irishman, playing a drunk Irishman. That's good.
Oh, yeah. What was he drinking?
What did my dad look like last night?
Jameson is good booze.
Yeah, well, in the breaking news, water's wet, right, Jonah? The Irishman is drunk.
You know my joke about the Irish families is, the Irishmen have fucking like 18 kids to keep their wife away from them. They'd rather deal with the 18 fucking kids than one wife.
I got a lot. There's a lot of that in my family.
That's a good one.
I mean,
let's be honest. Also, so you'll have that. Anyway, back to tonight's film. Clint, when is the first time you'd seen this film? And tell me where national security touched you. Point me on the doll. Wait, my bad. When did you first see the film? And then what was the biggest thing that stuck out to you?
I could have sworn I've seen like every movie ever made, but I haven't seen that one. I might have seen it when I was a kid, but I forgot.
How dare you, sir? It's a cinematic masterpiece.
Well, it's
how dare you, 9/11 inside job?
It reminded me of a movie that my friend from Chicago would have watched. That he was a couple years older than me. He passed away in like 20 some years ago. But the movie was it seemed like a lot of like.
It's French from Chicago, Barry Sotoro.
No.
Did you meet him in a bathhouse, sir?
Nah.
No, I'm just joking with me. I'm sorry about your friend.
I'm not sure what a bathhouse is.
Well, just ask Barry Sotoro. He'll tell you. That's Lindsey Graham. I bet he's been to.
Sorry to interrupt, Clint, real quick. But JJ, you know what was big on my mind right then when I saw that show last November?
If it is, I'm out of here, buddy.
The Charlie Kirk unaliving. It just went down. And it reminded me a lot, these two movies of
special effects.
Wait, that was the Deadly Art of Illusion 2.
That
was Deadly Art of Illusion 1, and
the FX3, dude.
No. Wait, if we're gonna go today, so FX, the first FX.
At the time, it reminded me a lot of the stuff that we were hearing on the scene.
Bud. I like where Brain was at. When I gave my tour the other day of UVU to the creepy dentist who may or may not be our channel, go fuck yourself or our channel, either way.
Probably was. If it doesn't, they look alike. Yeah. No.
We see the individual grab a device. They claim it's an SD card. We don't know what the fuck that was in the tent. They could have said there is projections, and dude, they did Tupac rapped at Coachella, dude. They could have killed Charlie Kirk on a hologram, dude. Big time.
Dude, all I'm saying is I've got more blood on me fucking like 5 nights a week at the bar than those guys did fucking carrying them.
That's my biggest problem, dude, is the blood situations and the
has been all along.
30-06 and everything else going on there. You know,
I spent 18 years as a bouncer. I've been around enough blood to know what fucking, anything above the fucking neck is going to be super vascular because there's 3 arteries that leave your heart. One goes to your head, one goes to your torso, one goes to your. But hey.
Sir, you make some reasonable points, but who are you preaching to? I'm a vampire hunter.
So I guess I was asking Grak how much momentum.
Holy fuck!
How much momentum let me finish the sentence here. how much momentum? What was it? A 30-06 or something that they said it was? How much it would lose?
Second, dude? I can tell you that.
I guess it would lose like 1/20th of the momentum, so it would definitely be like almost a full punch, you know. So
unless he's got a Superman neck, like they try to tell everybody, that shit would have ripped that motherfucker.
Wait.
He's not only got a Superman neck, but X-Men skin.
Shut up, Todd. Gerald Hall says I'm carrying the germ, and I have to correct him. I do not get tested, so I have 0 germs.
Here's the deal. I went to the site, dude. There's not a good line of sight. There's a light pulling away from where
you said that. Wow.
You have a significant drop off. And I'll tell you right now, as a trained sniper from numerous certificates I can put on a wall.
Many people that you've removed from this place, this earth.
I went to a lot of sniper schools. No. And I'll tell you this much: it's not easy to shoot from an elevated position. It takes
that's what you're. I was watching your video the other night. I recommend everybody go check that out.
Doing one of these motions while shooting.
Hey, wait. What the fuck are you talking about? We watched Jack Reacher. You can fucking shoot like a motherfucker through the water tank so you can save the bullets from ballistics. Come on, bro.
Well, I'm glad you said that because there's no other bigger art of illusion than Tom Cruise playing a tall guy who knows how to fight, but I do enjoy it.
I don't know. I think that running video with Tom Cruise, bro. I think that was a Tom Cruise cutaway.
Well, it is crazy how that Charlie Kirk guy's neck wasn't blown into a million pieces.
For sure, dude.
Well, the thing that bothers me the most about that video is the way his neck does move, the way his shirt does move. Doesn't look like a 30-06 flash, that's for sure.
Well, that shirt is a whole different situation. That's not what everyone wants to describe it as. But real quick, I want to get back to that.
But mystical, remember, or mythical, or whatever they're called. Miracle.
Try to tell us it's a Superman neck.
Yeah, it was a miracle. His neck protected everyone else.
I know he had a big forehead. He had a really large forehead. Wonder if that helps.
No, that's a big. That's a.
No.
And speaking of which, the book that you found there. No. The book you found there was completely appropriate because let's be honest, those daughters of his with that mother and the dead father, they're gonna have fucking serious daddy issues.
Let me ask you, dude. Find me a picture of Erica Kirk pregnant, the record of the birth of those children, or even their faces. They've inceptioned all of us, dude. You know, like in the film Inception, Leonardo DiCaprio, while he's dreaming, can't see his kids' faces. Find me. I don't want to. I'm not in a creepy sense saying find a kid of the picture. You just can't. You can't find it, dude. It's not a thing. We're all getting incepted.
No.
Erica Kirk kid style, dude.
Yeah, we can't believe anything.
Yeah, the guys are all over everywhere, and they travel together, and no one has like the kids running around in the background, you know. Like not fucking.
There's photos of the kids. They're in the background, sir. They're holding them in pictures. Their faces are always turning their way, like the film Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's never a video of them at any random person at a Turning Point USA with those kids running around where you see their face.
No. Nope. We're all Leonardo DiCaprio's dream, sir.
Which really sucks.
Well, well, in the movie, there was some shenanigans. The guy finds the watch in the movie, and he's like, "Oh shit!" His fucking the dude, the lieutenant or whatever, was moving the evidence. The lieutenant was moving the knife, and then he's seen that there was he's seen the face of the gray-haired dude, and he's like, "Oh shit!" There's that fucking Russian dude.
Is he Russian? The assassin, the Vatican assassin.
Maybe. You look kind of Russian. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. You Russian.
That's how you sounded pretty racist there, Clint.
One of the Russians in the audience.
This is derailed. All right, so let me back up a step. So Raleigh Tyler, Brian Brown, not Brian Dennehy, the other Brian. He is a retired special effects artist from Hollywood. He was previously hired by the NYPD. They framed him up good. He met Leo. That's Brian Dennehy during the first interlude of the FX #1. But here we're talking about number 2. And FX #2, not 2 lasers, by the way. But you got to watch out for lasers. They got dead. Sad. So that's more of a happy tale. Tonight's more.
Unless they dial them down and just trim your eyebrows. So then they're kind of mild.
There is a lot of special engineering involved, and lo and behold, we get Egyptian. Well, I don't think they call himself Egyptian. I'm not sure what he is. Dodi Fayed, the husband of Princess Di, and they died in a car accident, and that was after this film. Though.
Oh wait.
That's not relevant to the film either. But
wait. Can we just call him PDF?
PDF.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Dodi Fayed. Just call him PDF.
That's right there, sir. We should not talk about Clint like that when he's in the room, buddy.
Now, JJ was going to give us some serious links here this evening, Jonas. So please don't derail.
But we do get an interesting plotline where he's pulled back into doing more putting it together. What essentially is a false flag or a psyop operation with NYPD, working against organized crime in the first one, seemingly not working against organized crime. But poof, there he is, organized crime in the Vatican again. But he gets pulled into some dirty cops. Kill his son's his girlfriend's wife. They don't want to describe it, right?
Which will really piss you off.
It's the girlfriend's ex.
Yeah, I'm gonna insult you for a minute, but is there anything but a dirty cop?
Well, I was grabbing a cigarette. I heard Jonah talking straight, so
I'm for 21 years, sir. I wasn't dirty, and bootleg Patrick Duffy in this film wasn't a dirty cop. That's why they had to kill him, dude.
Yeah, Jonah, all cops aren't bad. All cops aren't bad, Jonah, regardless of what you've been told.
ACAB stands for All Coppers Are Bastards. The song is by the Foreskins, and that's number 4.
Well, you know what this reminds me of? Can I interject this real quick? I'll try to make it real quick.
Sure.
Dan Bongino came out on fucking that total smooth show. Yeah, Dan Bongino on the Sean Hannity. And he's telling Sean Hannity, you know what, when I got in the FBI, you know what there was a bureau full of people that have countering views, so there was 2 FBIs.
Hannity said.
Dan Bongino says there was 2 FBIs, and so anything you tried to do, if you tried to run it, all this, you could trust this guy. Maybe you could, maybe you couldn't to do the job, but the bureau is full of snakes almost. We had to hunt down snakes to figure out who's the leakers, who hates Trump the whole time they're doing their job. And their job, which is all these various things. I'm not shilling for Dan Bongino. I'm saying Dan Bongino says there was 2 FBIs.
The Dan Bongino page.
He did. I'm receiving no black coffee or I'm receiving no black coffee or anything from Dan Bongino.
Outside Rox's door so he can get blown by fucking Sinclair.
So when you look at Dan Bongino's face, when you look at his face, because remember he was deputy director and then he got out.
Look at it.
When you look at his face when he first went in, he looked like he just saw
respect the Secret Service,
the clown from
FBI.
It when he came out to give a press conference.
Dude. Let's listen to what's on that real quick.
Ban Bongino. Bongino.
When Bongino goes in as deputy director, because he's not director, Cash Patel is. When they had the first press conferences, if you look at Bongino's face, he looks like he just saw It the Clown. When he's doing those press conferences, he's like, "Oh shit! Holy shit!"
Maybe if he wasn't, so corrupted by like participating in Brock's gay orgies.
So, anyways,
let me ask you this, sir: did you know Bing Bongino's used to work Hillary Clinton's detail? Did you know Bing Bongino?
Yeah, he's Secret Service for Hillary Clinton. Yep.
Yeah,
and Barack Obama, I believe.
But
because
anyway,
he came on Alex Jones' show a long time ago. He was on Alex Jones' show. He first come out.
Yeah, when does he ever talk about Hillary Clinton's details or all the shit he's seen?
This is way off topic. Phil, can I ask you about the movie, Phil? Let's get back on topic.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you're the one interrupting everybody.
I don't know what the hell we were talking about. I was saying, I don't know.
What are you doing? I see you're a chaos agent. I like your style.
Okay,
Phil. What are we talking about?
What do you have to say about the Vatican and their helicopter and the mansion there? Is that a real place, the mansion in Long Island? Or Nassau County or wherever?
That wouldn't surprise me if it was like one of the old money towns, like probably like off like Oyster Bay, areas like that. I mean, Long Island's got a bunch of very well-to-do areas. Some are by the water, some aren't. Like there's Mutton Town,
Coast,
Old
right?
But definitely
the Great
Oyster
Gatsby
Bay.
side of Long Island.
Yeah, West Egg, the fictional West Egg. But areas like that are very, very well-to-do. I'm even trying to remember Manhasset. That's another one that's pretty well-to-do. That's where that was where they set the Ben Affleck one that went straight to Amazon, the Tender Bar, that was based on a memoir. That's right by the water. Yeah, Manhasset's like by the border of like Nassau and Queens on the North Shore.
No, I've heard of that, sir. I've never heard of this Ben Affleck film though.
Oh, the Tender Bar. It was J.R. Moehringer, who's a writer who co-wrote like Andre Agassi's memoir. And the Tender Bar.
Is that real?
What's up?
I feel like Andre, if ever got a memoir, Andre
Whoa, that's some serious credits.
But
well, first off, most of these people that have memoirs are just fucking buy-offs, right? So, like, if they want to get you under their thumb, they just give you a fucking huge payday. But anyways, back to Phil.
But yeah, no, yep. I mean, I could totally see that. So going back to what I was saying with to JJ earlier, Brian Dennehy was an alumni of my high school, and one of the and it was run by the Marianist brothers, so the Brothers of the Society of Mary, and they have a very well known like retreat house in Mutton Town. So I could see something like that where maybe there's
Mutton Town. Up in New York, in New Jersey, or at one time it was making mutton.
But,
Long Island, exactly.
I could totally see something like that with the Vatican or whatnot. But I could definitely see that.
Oh shit!
Cool.
Oh shit! Wait! He died in 2020.
Yeah,
in 2020, his last role was on the Blacklist. The James Spader show,
and then he got blacklisted.
And he played a Russian.
Oh.
That was the other thing. Yeah, he played a Russian.
Oh, he was in Ratatouille.
He was Ratatouille, dude.
I've never seen Ratatouille. I just know kids.
He wasn't only in the movie. He ate it off
fucking DiCaprio and fucking Claire Danes.
I guess he was. I don't remember him in that film. It's been so long, dude.
I don't either. That's another one we got to break down one day,
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that
So much
before
in
or
that.
after
Well, I
John
mean-
Leguizamo came out of the closet.
He was, I mean, presumed innocent. He didn't have it. I mean, he wasn't in it for a lot, but that was a good movie. That was him and Harrison Ford.
Oh, that was a good film. I thought you said presumed hetero. I'm like, I don't presume John Leguizamo.
New category.
Yeah, anything that the gunman might have dropped or tossed on his way out of the building as he went walking down the street, because that's right in the area there where the surveillance camera got a picture of.
This is Karate Man. Double leg. The jump kick. The side kick. The roundhouse. The tie kick. Body.
This is the investigation. I mean, a very coordinated effort, John. It appears that they're doing so. I'm sure an expert would be telling us they're doing this in a line as to not miss a thing as they comb through looking for evidence on that property there.
Body.
Wait. Why the fuck did the Patriot Front wear their fucking fake uniforms to do the search?
Oh my God!
You gotta ask the SPLC for that. I just want to play that because that's Todd's hero, Dan Bing Bongino.
Bing
I
Bong.
was waiting.
Don Gino.
I was waiting for Bongino to say twist his dick. I mean, I thought that's what's coming in that video.
I should make AI to probably do this.
No
It's
doubt.
like seeing that video. It reminds me of when I used to be the subcontractor for construction crew, where you'd have to babysit everybody all day and fucking be like, "You get to work. You get to work. What the fuck are you doing standing there?" Like, I don't know.
Just seeing him.
Cash Patel did an announcement this week too, saying, "When my
Oh my
team
God,
wins
fuck
the hockey
Cash Patel.
game, I'm gonna drink some fucking
Cash
beer.
Patel.
Bite me." So
Wait,
that's the first time I've
Cash
seen a
Patel at the fucking
FBI director say
assassination,
that. Whoa, and I'm
Did
not
you see?
trying to stand him up
Did you
as
see
some
him at the
incredible.
assassination?
You know
Did
who
you see
wouldn't
him
say
at the
that, Brian?
assassination?
Yeah, I saw pictures, Jonah, that your government showed to you.
No, he
Round
was
the
like
clock.
there's a video on
I
Twitter
saw
where
those.
everyone's under the table and he's sitting there eating his fucking buttered chicken, not even getting under the table because he knows it's all fucking fake.
It was really good chicken, okay?
He probably just doesn't
That's
care.
buttered chicken.
I'm not shilling for Cash Patel, Jonah. You know that, for
No, we're
fuck's
talking
sake.
about a different foreigner. We're talking about Princess Diana's officer.
I'm just saying.
He gets hired to help his girlfriend's son's baby daddy, who's a detective. It's a very weird assignment. I mean, I get it in some respects. I guess it kind of works with the story, but this model's got a stalker who wants to stab her a bunch, right? So then they film a Cinemax skin flick in the NYPD locker room, in which to then put on a projection screen in a bathroom, where the detective then dresses up as the model, and then when the guy comes over to stab her a bunch, then the assassin fellow ends up slitting the throat of the
Stabbing.
He's got too much
Trans
detail
guy.
on some Vatican gold scandals, right?
Can I interrupt and ask? At any point in time, did they to say which division or what department he was with? Like, was this the 75? Because I know
The
that was
11th
a fucking
precinct.
corrupt as fuck.
The
one.
11th precinct, the magic number, yeah.
I believe it was 11th precinct, because when he goes and talks to his old slam piece, the DA there in Nassau County, the assistant DA, the redhead, the ginger, he says to her, "Do you know Lieutenant Silak over at?" Because she's working the cases for Silak's informant, Because when Leo, the former NYPD detective, turned PI because he got ousted in the first one over some bullshit.
Wasn't the informant Neely?
Neely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they find him in the prison system, old folks home, their hospice care. We're trying to get some information out of a guy who stole these alleged medallions from the Michelangelo allegedly made medallions of each of the major relief points there, the central points or the intersecting points in the relief, if you will, into a gold coin. And this Becker dude stole them from a Metropolitan Museum of Art display and had been doing, and then he stabbed someone inside a bunch of times and he got life and he was dying there from emphysema.
Well, you also
wait. I got to jump on that though too, because at the end, or not at the end, but when they go and find the coins, right? Where the fuck are they hidden? They're right in the hidden in the confessional, right? So there's a very esoteric hidden meaning there of the profane versus the whatever they call it, the illuminated or yeah.
Finally,
but I'm saying that goes past fucking Freemasonry. That's way before that. Like that's all the secret societies, right? So the illuminated versus the profane. So that shit's just hidden right there in the confessional, and there's a whole fucking esoteric hidden meaning that way.
The fact that the mafia is
one can't interview themselves, sir. One can't interview themselves.
What's the sound of one podcaster interviewing himself? Yeah.
It's my show.
Oh fuck! I do that all the time in my own life. I don't know.
How are you, man? I'm great. Where'd you come from? Let me tell you all about me.
Oh shit! Hey, fuck yourself.
There's a new guy in my work, and he's like, "Oh, I just turned around. I wasn't paying attention." I'm like, "Oh, what'd you say?" He's like, "Oh, I was asking you something." I'm like, "Yeah, don't take offense. I don't even answer my own questions to myself."
You wouldn't want to hear Jonah's inner dialogue. He's cleaned it up for our broadcast this evening. Yeah.
So if I can add, the film got me initially, and upon rewatching it, in the initial sequence when we see not the trans droid, I'm sure that might have been your biggest part fan there, Jonah. Calm down, sir. I
like A or B cup, bro. A or B cup. Any more than that, fuck off.
Dude,
big fat ass, yeah.
Oh, for Christmas, we'll remember that when we picture bra.
Don't worry about your old lady. She's got a mess alarm, dude. You're good to go, dude. She's taking care of business. The whole sequence they show you turns out to be the robot transpocalypse assassin missile arm thing, and it's in a film they're filming, but they open up the sequence as if it's the real thing that you're watching. So it's like the film within the film immediately. I like the art of illusion. Immediately they grip you with that aspect of it.
Yeah.
No Hollywood magic.
Like Transpocalypse robot droid would probably grip Jonah in a hand job situation. They're giving.
I mean, hands up better than being tagged, bro.
Fine lady.
Hands up better than tagged.
Well, one of the funny things is with.
Sorry, we'd all pay to see that, but you got a movie right there.
Those missiles ripped into that car in the beginning, but it didn't go off, and then all of a sudden, Raleigh Tyler's on scene to help save the day. He don't work there no more.
Pour a cup of coffee. The good old Colombian black.
And he knows kind of what they did wrong. Like he could see something like that and realize, hey, here's what I would have done, sort of situation.
And I think the dialogue was great, just like the sequence in the opening sequence. As soon as Raleigh Tyler, is describing to the director there, he's like, "Hey, I got a job for you." He's like, "Hey, man, I make toys now as for a living." And then he gives him some advice, pulls him to the side. He goes, "Next time hires, make sure you check your special effects guy's fingers. Make sure he's got all his fingers before you hire him."
I mean, let's be honest. If you're looking for someone to make some IEDs, you want them to be missing at least one or two, but maybe not special effects, right?
He just waves.
His name's Stubbs. Yeah,
I'm not hiring that guy, dude.
Might not be.
Hey, you make enough of them, you're gonna lose one or two, bro.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like what if you're going to hire a bomb maker, hire one who's probably lost a finger or two. Why do you think U.S. government was quick to use Ramzi Youssef with the first World Trade Center bombing?
Yeah.
You know?
Did he wave to everybody like this in his hearing? Like,
hey, you know what's funny?
Hire
though,
somebody
right?
that's face is missing because everybody will just like, oh God, whatever you say, you help that guy.
Yeah, you know what's funny though,
Do what he
right?
says.
The older guy, I know that he stays at the other property right next to me, right? So he's got a good friend who's a fucking in the most useless. You can get this one, Todd. He's a building inspector with one hand.
Oh, there you go.
Like, I mean,
lost it in a firework accident, on the 4th of July when he was supposed to be at work.
Actually, he lost it on
Gold barber. You know what I mean?
He lost it in a Ford. Like, God damn.
Oh, man. If he comes in with one hand, you better have done everything right. Yeah, that's for sure.
So the
Bubbles. But I've partied with Bubbles before.
What did you do? That the sip and dip with the mermaids?
No, I might have sipped and dipped that night, but no, I did party with Bubbles. I did security for him, Julian.
That Michael Jackson's monkey.
Julian. Yeah, and then I also did Ricky and Leahy too, separate time.
Semper Fi indeed.
I mean, it might have been snowing in the middle of July in Canada, but I mean, it's Canada Day. It's got to snow. Just saying. Especially if we're Trail Park Boys.
Memorial Day weekend, 1999, I believe it was, Great Falls, Montana. I drank a bunch, slept on my front porch thinking it was 85 degrees the day before, thinking I'm good to go. Woke up the next morning, about 3 inches of snow on me. I'm like, what the fuck? Moments later,
that's
my
not
Saturday
the snow I'm talking
afternoon,
about, JJ. Thank the sign. Thank the mason jar.
Well, hold on,
that's the snow I'm talking about.
I gotta finish the tale real quick. I wake up to what the fuck? I got snow on me, and then it was Saturday. I had my Saturday post guy. We had a different postal man on Saturdays for something. Don't ask me why. I don't work there. And he comes up the walk path there. I'm on the front porch, and he throws the mail at me, and he says, "Tell Josh that I quit." And I had 2 roommates named Josh. Then I'm thinking, which Josh am I telling, and why are you throwing the fucking mail at me, dude?
Oh man, he probably met Josh before. He's like, he'd tell Josh he's the reason I'm not delivering mail anymore.
Yeah, I didn't want to file a complaint. I was just confused. I asked both Joshes, both of which claimed ignorance, and I blamed one of them.
That's awesome. What a head trip.
I want to know why.
Totally.
Hey, do you have any of that shit left over? I'm on that trip.
The mail that got thrown at me, that was 27 years ago, friend.
You definitely ain't got none of that party's flavors left.
That's just gone, dude. This film, though, I thought at each layer they get you with another subplot line, which I did find kind of fascinating as well.
It's pretty deep.
Pretty deep, dude. It's like Inception, because we're all living in Leonardo DiCaprio's dream right now.
Yeah,
that was
if I could be serious for a moment, I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at.
You could be serious for a moment. Suddenly, Dylan's going to be serious.
No, but that's what I was getting at. Is that that's what I was getting at with the whole background picture here, right? So there's a very hidden in the fact that they specifically shut the fuck up. You're a fucking Zionist. You're always pushing your Freemason Zionist lies to the world, but you're saying you're anti.
I'm like Harry, dude. He's calling me a crypto Jew the other day. I'm like, all right, dude.
There you go. That's what vampires always say.
Anyway,
for sure.
I think there was a huge hidden esoteric meaning to this movie by the fact that they already kind of tied into those 10 circular coins, as they're called by Michelangelo, that I looked into. Because I was thinking the gold medallion ones might be real, so I had to do the research. But for them to specifically bring up the coins that have been debated within Jewish mysticism as well as Christian circles for 400 years as to whether or not they're based on the tree of life and the 10 emanations. There's definitely a hidden, deeper meaning to the whole movie.
Well, Michelangelo was an
It's not as
right?
blatant as what's that?
Was
I was saying Michelangelo.
pirate,
I was laughing at Harry the Vampire. Michelangelo was an occultist, right? Like we know, like that's a known about him, so we would expect that he's going to embed various.
No, but I'm saying the fact that they brought that into the movie and brought that as the deepest plot line, right? So without the fact that they stole those coins, like they'd have to have something else, right? So the fact that they tied the deepness.
What's the Vatican?
JJ,
like, why are they so interested?
Hey, when you having me on Fridays next? Because I'm gonna do a whole thing on the Vatican and fucking.
What are you doing next Friday, sir?
Shit.
Come on down.
I'm doing Fridays.
Not
there we go. Mark it down, people.
Well, not this Friday because I got Cosmic Peach coming on, but next Friday the 8th.
Yeah, we'll get into.
I'll be on there if you want me. I'll be on there if I'm.
Sir, come on down. Yeah, dude, you all can. Every one of you can come on down. And while we're doing production notes in the middle of the show,
not this Friday, but next, every other Friday.
No.
We were in the middle of our tournament where my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
Hell yeah.
Wait. I have two serious fucking questions. First one, that dude's name is Jerome Barrett, and he looks like that.
That's not a real name.
That's an RCMP fucking cruiser. So where the fuck in Canada did this happen at?
What are you reading?
What? In that clip.
Is this thing live, dude?
In the clip you just played.
Is this real?
It's an RCMP car in it.
That's the same cop car that picked you up 6 months ago.
An illusion.
Shut the fuck. The deadly art of illusions.
Yes.
You know, back in magic's probably always been around in the background. I remember as a kid, like Salt Lake City had a magic shop
Do you believe
where
in
you could go there
magic?
and buy magic tricks, and they had somebody that worked there that sold. Every city has these, big city, I'm sure. Back in the 70s, it was big. It was 80s, it was huge. You know, there was a magic shop somewhere. Oh,
Wait,
big time.
That song's such a pedophile song, isn't it? Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? Isn't that?
Wasn't that the Loving Spoonful?
Oh yeah, there you go.
It might have been, yeah.
Just a quick.
Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart?
What was that Scott Bakula movie?
Yeah, that's
weird. Not in this film, sir. This is FX2.
No, there was
Brian.
There was a guy that was. Hold on, there was a guy that was in that movie. One of the bad guys in the movie we watched.
Yeah, his name's Kevin O'Connor. Yeah, he's the one who plays. He's the one who plays Neely. He was in Lord of Illusions.
Oh, Neely. Okay.
Yeah, Lord of Illusions. Yeah. That's it.
Well,
I think there was another actor too.
He was also in what was it? I think it was Deep Rising with Treat Williams. It was actually a pretty good movie too.
He was also in
who the fuck is Treat Williams?
FX2.
Who the fuck
That's
him that name?
Thank you, gents, for joining me here tonight to get a little GCD on the topics here of the FX2, the Deadly Art of Illusion.
Love Treat Williams. One of my favorite Treat Williams movies was
was Treat Williams in this
1942 or 41 or whatever that was with John Belushi and.
It's a treat to find Treat Williams in the film, but he was not in this film, sir.
Oh well, who brought up Treat Williams? For fuck's sake.
We got bootleg. For fuck's sake, we got bootleg Patrick Duffy in this film. Is that what Treat Williams looked like?
Well, at least it's not Dermot and Mulroney or
6 degrees of
Dermot.
I don't fault you, sir. I get the two Bills mixed together, Bill Paxton and Bill Baldwin.
One thing I noticed that jumps out is it's Australia. Australian.
Tavistock. Not every band's Tavistock or our channel. Get serious.
One thing that jumps out again in this movie, Australian. What the fuck are all these Australians doing in our movie business? They didn't advertise that back in the 90s. They didn't tell you that every other actor was faking their accent, pretending to be American.
Australian being cool, dude, because we had Crocodile Dundee, dude.
Nicole
Kidman. I come down under.
You call that a knife? You call that a knife?
Get out of here with your Australian stuff. Probably great allies, but
great actor, bud. You got an Australian director, so I mean that happens, I suppose, right?
All part of the crown.
Wait,
crown
can we get
lingering
into
around. Our special friend
on the screen there. Let's get into the whole when he's like, oh, I'm gonna take you out to Chinese food, and he brings her to like a fucking hot dog vendor just so they can shoot the bitch. Like, what the fuck is that about? Like, I mean, you're in New York City in Chinatown, you go to a fucking fucking.
Sounds like a perfectly great place to shoot.
Bill can back me up in this one. You might find some of your best China food down there in Chinatown at a street vendor. I'm not gonna lie to you.
A lot of good food.
Best chicken on a stick, dude. You want a dirty water dog? Get yourself a nice dirty water dog. Find yourself one that's a dirty water dog card, that's fine. But you get out Chinatown, dude, they have a different level of card action.
Hey, the only hot dogs I'm eating are at Costco because they're $1.50 with a fucking drink here in Canada. And they're like fucking a pound. Like, other than that, I'm not eating no fucking hot dogs. Get the fuck out.
That's America's gift to you, sir.
That's New York City's gift to you, Jonah, the dirty water dog.
Give it back to you.
I'm just saying, the Costco dogs I can put up with $1.50 with the drink.
Yeah,
no, we get it.
It's Chinatown. It's international waters. You can negotiate prices, I assure you.
They can sell everybody a fucking 50-cent hot dog if they wanted to.
No,
they just won't.
It's international waters every time I go there. This is clearly international waters. We're going to negotiate all prices.
China tea. Because it's Chinese tea.
You know they're doing some unscrupulous shit there. You know it. I know it. We all know it.
They're standing there for like 12 hours. They got to fucking relieve themselves somewhere, so they just throw it into the water bucket.
They don't want any red-faced Irishmen coming up there causing any problems, dude. They're happy to negotiate new terms with me every time. It's a bit of a shakedown, I assure you, but I don't give a shit. It's international waters. But no,
anyways, one thing, JJ, on this movie that I got to throw in before it's all over, the FX2.
Oh, FX2, okay.
The clowns fly in the helicopter. This is the introduction of the idea of drones, but they had to put a clown in a helicopter instead of just showing you an actual drone.
It seems to have some very occult symbolism, does it not?
Wait! Come on, Todd. You were a draft dodger. You ought to know that the Vietnam War was only
after the Civil War. I dodged the draft.
God, you were a draft
I'm not a vampire. Don't I? I'm not a vampire. Sorry,
the Vietnam was the beta test the drones. But no, that's the whole purpose of so they're beta tested drones in Vietnam. So that's one of the big reasons why they're over there.
The elder Kennedy brother died in a drone during World War II. He was flying a plane, dude, and there's drones back then. You would have a drone on as your wingman, your wingos. And he got shot down, dude. But he was operating drones from a plane in the air. They had drones back then, sure.
Well, what's a drone? It's a device that uses propellers to fly up and down. They had those in the 70s. Kids were building models, UFOs.
This is 1943, sir. I believe it's 42.
I'm saying by 1970, I was building a UFO drone that had a fucking thing in the middle, causing it to rise up down. Drones.
Yeah, but RFK has nothing to do with Trust the Plan. It's JFK Jr. still alive.
I like this version better. This is the sequel, dude. RFK Jr. is still alive.
No, Sirhan shot him and went to Sing Sing.
Dude, double Sirhan's not even a thing, dude. He's an art of illusion, much like this film.
So just a quick aside in terms of having a special effects person, and I said it in the chat. Imagine if your CIA or FBI had access to a Tom Savini or a Rick Baker, someone who could literally like design the most graphic crime scene to help someone just take their own death.
And we've seen that in a couple of cases,
they do that
right?
all the time.
I mean, to a certain extent,
Yeah.
right? With the Argo operation.
They do that all the
Jack
time.
Kirby to create a fake Marvel comic.
Yep.
You know, the one that jumps out of my head is when they took down Sonny Barger. That was because they had was that the one where they had the guys? The FBI guys did a fake Mongols assassination, and that's when they took down the Sonny Barger Arizona chapter.
Interesting. I
Of course.
appreciate the commentary about
And
the
wait.
9/11 predictive programming, but I don't know that I caught any of that. Did y'all catch any of that? I do.
Right from the start with the Twin Towers is the opening scene.
Yep.
There was definitely some in there.
Well,
I watched the movie
so
a week ago, so I've kind of drawn a blank on it, but there's definitely some in there.
There's so many 9/11 predictive programmings throughout the 90s, early 2000s. I mean, the most egregious is the X-File spin-off, A Lone Gunman, with the plane flying into the tower in the second episode. You got
that is the most egregious, right?
You got
it's the second most. The first most is fucking The Blind Shake in 93. Then you had Flight 93.
I'm gonna one up you, sir, and we're gonna do some one up and stuff. That the most then is this rap dude out of Oakland who actually got investigated by the FBI because the cover of their album directly matched the explosions we see on the Twin Towers. It's these two dudes standing underneath the Twin Towers, and the Twin Towers behind them blowing up in the same fashion. We see that. That was April of 2001, about the same time the Lone Gunman episode appeared.
Well, there was also
but that's just creative intelligence agency.
There was
they're definitely a CAA act. I guarantee it. They're definitely a CAA act.
That's the first thing I tend to think of when I see clowns in a movie like this is the CIA. Go ahead, Phil. You were saying?
No, there was a HBO, like when HBO used to do their original movies, there was one called Path to Paradise, which was about the first World Trade Center and the Blind Shake. And there's a scene after they catch Ramzi Youssef, and they're flying him in a helicopter past the towers. And he says, next time we bring them both down. And I'm kind of like, did he really say that? Or, like the movie was only released, I think, in like 97.
Well, while we're doing that, another 1997 cinematic masterpiece starring the Samuel L. Jackson and Might Be a Man, Gina Davis.
Matrix?
Long Kiss Goodnight.
The Long Kiss Goodnight. The Long Kiss Goodnight. Thank you. That's going to be a presidential assassination.
One of my favorites.
Plot lines in that film is MK Ultra experiments gone awry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know how you avoid a long kiss goodnight?
In that film is we get in the Bourne films. Same CIA handler. I think that's the
prediction. But you know how you avoid the kiss goodnight?
Intervention. The CIA director in The Long Kiss Goodnight, who looks suspiciously like James R. Woolsey, the actual CIA director, describes how they're going to blow up some buildings, 9/11 style, in which to foment, a new war. They literally explain in the plot line. And when you go, I went back and watched that again. I looked at it because you got to look at it, but it's right. It's right in your face, dude. Right in your face.
It's dead on. They're doing it today. They're doing the same things.
Give me a name, sir. Give me a name.
The head of the Illuminati put out the order. He said, "Do it today. Get it done."
Or right before that Charlie Kirk guy got weak. That South Park had an episode a week before,
allegedly.
And I never even heard of that Charlie Kirk guy until I seen that stupid episode, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You've never heard of Charlie Kirk?
You're right. That was the week before, dude. That was the week before.
Wait.
Where's that South Park?
You have never heard of Charlie Kirk, but you have
a week before he got assassinated.
Timeline. But you have David Wilcock on your timeline all the fucking time. What the fuck is wrong with your algorithm?
So we are doing it, David Wilcock.
Surprise! It's David Wilcock.
The biggest person in fucking politics in the USA at the time of his death. You have never heard of him. But you got
I never heard of him before that South Park.
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is this dude?
Fucking willing to talk to
I swear to God.
that fucking story. You're
I'm
willing
not
to
joking.
talk, I'm telling you.
Jonas coming in hot, dude. He's calling you a Zionist. Now he says you're a full-blown Kirker.
A Kirker?
I'm not
I
saying
don't know what that is.
I'm saying I fucking see him on my timeline.
That's
and
hard, man. That's cold.
Well, according to on you, bud.
Well, according to my viewers on my channel, Kirk clogs toilet. I don't know what that means.
Well, maybe he hangs out with David Wilcock, who used to bathe in shit. He's not starting to film FX2, by the way, but he did involve himself in the art of illusion.
Hey, wait.
So you made yourself invisible.
Erica Kirk is definitely the hottest bitch in a CIA training film.
Let's be honest. If you put Erica Kirk next up to Drewski as Erica Kirk, you couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, pretty much.
She had a weird ring on that was.
I'm sorry, but
you can tell
that is funny, and it's just wrong. It's just all wrong.
Let's be honest.
All that's wrong.
It's only maybe, but if you body up there's no way.
Hold on, check this out. Grok never wants to do anything that I want it to do, such as mix.
Oh my God,
David
Grok,
Show me some pornography, Grok.
Order, intervention. Okay.
Why won't you show me the porn, Grok?
Hold on. Listen real quick. Listen carefully. Erica Kirk was wearing a ring that had a 5-pointed star and a 6-pointed star on it. It looked like some kind of presidential ring or something. And that, like, there's a picture of it. I was trying to get Grok to identify what kind of ring it was, and that Grok was refusing and showing me rings that looked nothing like it. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, Grok was trying to make sure that I can't figure out what kind of ring this is. It's very strange. I've noticed that with a lot of stuff.
Why do you fucking rely on Grok so much?
Well, you don't understand. You don't understand.
Is that Twitter? Is that a Twitter one?
My point is I think that the Grok knows more. Hold on, that the Grok knows more than what it's, and that it's purposely trying to sway people away from figuring out what the hell is going on.
What's your opinion on the OpenAI versus Elon?
It's just like your opinion, man.
Pretty much, yeah.
What's your opinion?
I like Gary Busey, man.
Versus Elon Musk.
Look out, Gary Busey. You go to your mom's house if you're not careful.
What's your opinion on the Vatican employing assassins and corrupting cops within the NYPD in which to commit murder, in which to seize some gold? Because that is ultimately the fundamental plot line we do see in tonight's film, FX2. I do thank y'all.
Yeah.
No. The Vatican did not employ them. They did it on their own goodwill. They did it on their own goodwill.
Who's goodwill, dude? Vatican?
That's what they said in the movie.
The mafia just wanted to get by them for a couple million and fucking return them, bro.
Like for your benefit, Jonah. Every time, do you think the CIA waterboarded folks at Guantanamo Bay and said it wasn't for their benefit, dude?
We're doing it for
your benefit. They're dumping the water on you.
We fed him with the hummus enema. He loved it.
On you Muppets. Go ahead, sir. Todd,
we fed him steak with the hummus enema. He loved it.
Hummus enema?
The Guantanamo Bay guys.
Oh, he loved it. Oh, yeah, dude.
I loved it. Fuck, we gave him steak. We gave him asparagus. Everything.
Hey, if you're going to bring up Guantanamo.
Sorry. I'm sorry, but that's what they did, them scuds buckets. No, they didn't give him steak. They gave him like cheap yogurt and some hummus or something. Hummus.
I saw a comment earlier about the Muppet that wrote a book, and Phil just got the book. You said, Phil, the New Idaho book, an FBI Muppet who was the sniper, Waco sniper at Ruby Ridge, and involved in intelligence operations at Guantanamo Bay. He was probably the one. He probably tested out the hummus enemas first, Todd, and then
he was the one that was making sure it flows through the tube. Just
doesn't make sure that it's a good hummus enema, dude.
Feeds these guys properly.
There's nothing weird about the FBI Muppet doing the hummus enema on himself.
Nothing whatsoever. That's just part of the job. Your job. You get penalized. You get to go give the hummus enemas to the terrorists. Jesus Christ.
An interesting aside, like about Brian Dennehy being an alumni of my high school. one of the other guys who I went to school with, who I've known a good portion of my life, within the past few years found out he works for.
Said he's illegitimate.
For the Soufan Institute. Oh. And Ali Soufan was an FBI translator who worked with counterterrorism. And he was like, at Guantanamo, he was in the interrogations. He was like the good cop, while the CIA was like, doing the torture. Soufan would like get their trust with like a cheeseburger. Like kind of like appeal to their humanity, basically.
Hey, you want a cigarette?
Is there a cheeseburger element to this?
Some French fries.
It's crazy that
you can make it the good way, this way, or the hard way.
I've known my entire life.
You can eat it this way or eat it the other way.
That Horiuchi guy is.
Go ahead, Phil.
Give me a name. Who runs the Illuminati?
That Lon Horiuchi guy is half Japanese and was It's interesting because he was born in Hawaii. I wonder if he was born anywhere near Obama.
Who?
That Lon Horiuchi guy.
Was he in the film?
Who the fuck are you talking about?
You were talking about
David Wilcox.
FX2, buddy.
You were talking about the
bootleg.
We're not in the David Wilcox fan club, bro.
You were talking about that sniper earlier, a minute or two ago.
Which guy?
Rogers. He was the most famed sniper of Vietnam, right? Vietnam.
Well,
remember that old interwebs meme? Mr. Rogers was a sniper.
No. Vining, or what is it? Mike Vining, and that's
he was. I'm just saying that was the thing.
Remember that?
On the interwebs, like the early interweb memes.
Yeah.
Kind of making fun of what's going on.
Like Patrick Duffy pretty early, but I thought he was he had a pretty good role.
And his name's Mason.
Tom Mason.
Get the fuck out of here, we at.
Grandpa Goes to Washington. Never heard of it, but he's known for it. That's interesting.
Well, it's funny because the guy
Creepy in the Bean.
The FBI boss was Mason, even though in real life the guy's first name was Mason. So that was kind of, just weirdness.
One of those where they carried it over, into the movie. Yep.
Well, just an aside with the first FX, where you had Jerry Orbach playing a mobster, and Jerry Orbach befriended Crazy Joe Gallo. Had his own interesting mob connections.
Yeah, after you mentioned that to me, Mr. Law and Order himself, Jerry Orbach. I looked into some of the FBI documents. They investigated that dude for mob shit.
Yeah, well, Joey Gallo.
Wasn't Jerry Orbach in Stand By Me and Goonies? No,
dude, he was the guy. He was like in the corner.
I was making a Jerry O'Connell joke.
He butted heads with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, he played Baby's daddy there in Dirty Dancing.
Hey, don't put Baby in a corner.
You put Baby in a corner.
Nobody puts Baby in a corner. Whatever the fuck that line is. What? Skank. Hillary Skank.
Hillary Manskank, huh? That's a dude.
That's too cool to see that movie at that time in the world. Probably shot.
Hillary Manskank played that meth head gay propaganda film about the gay homicide situation. It was really just a bunch of meth heads stabbing each other.
What was that? Boys Don't Cry?
There we go. Thank you. Boys Don't
Ed
Cry.
Buck?
Ed Buck. Yeah, serial killer Ed Buck. He.
You're talking about gays and fucking methamphetamines. That's Ed Buck.
Folks here in the great state of California have had their votes casted in the Electoral College by serial killer Ed Buck in recent years. He was a sitting appointed member of the California Electoral College.
Is that the guy that was ending up with people dying of drug overdoses and stuff?
Jacob Schiff.
That is the same guy, sir. You just can't separate serial killers from politics.
Sex, drug overdoses where they got strangled to death.
Jacob Schiff used to fuck Ed Buck.
That's probably true too, but you got John Wayne Gacy doing politics. You got Bill Colby's son Ted Bundy. Go fuck yourself, RR. He's doing politics.
Jim Jones.
He's on the Electoral College. To date, no one's claimed who appointed him there, but I would say it's probably Adam Schiff or that little Ted Lieu, that little creepy fucker.
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones is even in politics. That's correct, sir. Thank you. You just can't separate these things of serial killers in politics, apparently. But tonight we're talking about the Vatican subverting liberty in America. I'm sorry. What was that, sir? Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Vatican subverting liberty in America, have you seen the
Cardinal Spellman?
You seen the Gangs of New York movie? That one's
was that in this film?
No, but it was about the Vatican trying to subvert New York.
Yeah, but is that? I missed that. Was that in? Were the two Bryans in that one? Did Fozzie Bear have a gun?
Did you say
lasers fired?
What? So in the movie?
No,
in the movie
that's in Kermit's hand, bro. How the fuck wait, that's in Kermit's hand. You can't tell me that. What the fuck kind of weird ass hold is this for Fozzie to have it like that? Get the fuck out of here. That's Kermit's hand.
I intentionally made it so the physics don't make sense, and I made it a human hand because Lucy Morningstar hates it when I make human hands on Muppets.
Hey, Tom.
What up, Lucy?
Hey, Lucy.
Shout out to Lucy. Drop a
Lucy.
line.
I thought the movie was crazy because I seen a 1986 Buick GNX, which was worth a lot of money. The bad guy was driving.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You had an acute eye to some car stuff. I don't know much about car stuff, but you were saying a lot about car stuff. It sounded interesting.
Yeah, that's a rare car. The bad guy driving that that's a good choice to pick for cars.
Well, Dodie Fayed's a man of taste.
There are times it doesn't back then. It's no General Lee.
They were saying Mohammed.
It's no General Lee.
His father helped on the second one. Was like an unofficial producer.
And I would like to know how far away they are from the Roy DeMeo, the possible Son of Sam cult member and mafia made man. How far away they were from that car trafficking operation they had going into Egypt at that time.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were connected.
They're probably receiving into that shit, right? I mean, he's a film producer in America doing business probably with the mob through financial stuff there. He's like, hey, boys, I'm going to need me some luxury vehicles. Because it wasn't just Saddam Hussein getting them luxury vehicles from Roy DeMeo. It was also an Egyptian outpost. And I don't know the Fayeds are that far behind the top rung of leadership in that country, right? Like they're the upper top. They're the bottom of the funnel, if you will.
Well, and the Fayeds were related to Khashoggi, aren't they?
There you go. I was about to say, aren't they cousins? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, here's the thing.
I want to bring up something real quick. Again, I'm going to recommend a book recommendation for you, Phil, and I'll go ahead and send you the PDF. But there's a book called Confessions.
The Bible now? You already called Clint a Zionist.
I mean, am I going to read Chronicles 2 where God dedicates the fucking before yeah, okay.
I thought you were going to do a Pete Hegseth and quote Pulp Fiction.
No.
And God shall rain death upon them.
Assassinated. But no, Phil, I'm going to recommend a book for you. It's called Confessions of a British Spy, I think it is. I'll find it for you. But it goes into the whole thing about the British. So it's actually the alleged memoirs of the British agent that ran fucking Wahhabi in the 1700s to create Wahhabism.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sounds good to me.
Is this Lawrence of Arabia, dude?
No, this is way before Lawrence of Arabia. It's in the 1700s, before MI5, before MI6. He was just British intelligence, and he was
This
in.
This is Lawrence of Arabia.
Wahhabi started in
Arabia, the first one. The one you're talking about from World War II.
No.
World War I, that's number 2.
No, there was a connection between
I'm doing the tie-in with the fucking Saudis. God damn it!
Saudis, because before
I ain't fucking Clint here. Don't run over me like that.
Before what was it? Before St. John Philby and the modern leader of Saudi Arabia. Yeah, no, it goes back. And Wahhabism is extremist. I
didn't realize they've been around that long.
Yeah,
since 1700, created by the British intelligence.
There was two branches split off of the assassins. There was two branches. One of them was the assassins that split off in Islam.
Wahhabism is off of Ibn Wahhabi, and he was around 1700s. He was where the fuck was he from? I think Lebanon. But when he was on the run as a Sunni, he went over to Tehran Shia, and that's when he became fucking Wahhabi and started his own sect. It was in 1700s. Ibn Wahhabi is the original founder's name. I'm a little.
The gun salutes like this.
I just know the Ismailis came from the assassins, so.
Yeah.
That I know.
Yeah.
She is Sunni. The Ismailis, though. Bridged off the assassins.
I do think it's interesting that Fayed's so involved in Hollywood. I mean, but so was his cousin Khashoggi. So
yeah,
but it is the idea that they perpetrated this film again. This is the early technocratic state, essentially, right? With the
man, Khashoggi was flexing his muscle around the United States back in the 90s. He was in Salt Lake, snoozing with the Mormons, and building all these giant buildings. Down in Salt Lake City, there's a square block that's Adnan Khashoggi Center or something that he built some building down there.
Salt Lake City, I missed that. I totally will have to check that out next time I'm through there.
Definitely.
Hey.
Well,
it's over there by Summum, the guys with the pyramid, the cult with the pyramid down there that you guys were visiting.
The Summum.
No,
their name's Summum. When you guys were in Salt Lake,
modern day Osiris, bro.
Who's Osiris?
There's that
they cut him up into like 14 pieces and put them in suitcases, right?
Oh, Jamal.
That's a different guy. That's later on down the road. Yeah, that's down the road. That's a cousin. That's a nephew.
Yeah.
That's a good point, dude. They did pack him in a suitcase, dude, all cut up and chopped up, like, didn't they?
Yep.
And then they filmed it and showed everybody the film, like, hey, can you believe it?
Yeah, that's the joke I'm making.
Anybody else want to write a news story unfavorable to the Sheik?
Well, dude, one of them Saudi Muppets jumped off the fucking.
Wait. And how much? How fucking?
They filmed that. They're like, make sure you film that Muppet jumping. And someone filmed that thing to leap off.
Yeah, but how much of a fucking
these Wahhabis mean fucking.
How much of a fucking? Wait. How much of a fucking limited hangout was it that when they killed him, all of a sudden the journalists all discovered Pegasus too? Like fucking, they didn't know about that just because it's the outdated software. Now they're going to tell you about it.
Oh, you mean the thing that threatens journalists? That program?
Yeah. Yeah, allegedly.
They had. I was at a market, a bazaar there in and around Riyadh, circa 2001. Don't ask questions. But they're like, get back in the bus.
You're just buying some monkey on a stick, we know.
Back in the bus, bitch.
And
just buying a little.
They're like, I'm like, how's that go down? Like, we bring in a big truck full of rocks and we just dumping them. I'm like, that's fucked up, man. That's real fucked up. But they do that over there. He stole from the market.
Back in the bus, bitch.
He got caught stealing from the market again, and I think it was the third time. They should have got him the second time.
Bury him up to his head in the sand and then dump rocks on his head from a dump truck. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're like, hey, stand here. They bring the dump truck. That was like on the bus.
Beep, beep.
Yeah, that's the modern day stoning in Saudi Arabia. But
that's like an advanced version, more technical version of stoning. You got down to science.
They've gone down to brass tacks, or they just get down to the point now.
Bury up to your neck in the sand and put the end of a conveyor belt with rocks coming off. I like it.
It's pronounced Alcor, dude. I didn't know that. I'm a simple Appalachian man, sir, but I appreciate it.
Hey, let the first person without sin cast the first stone.
Well, Saudi Arabia, bring the truck and dumping on it.
Bring the first dump truck of stones.
Yeah, so there's one fucking Mexican named Jesus driving.
It's not like they have to go very far.
There's one Jesus driving it, bro.
So, JJ, you were going to tell us something cool about Erica Kirk connected to this FX2, you know, how it kind of related. Wasn't there some tease like that?
Well, many minutes ago, you brought up one I thought was very, very salient, very relevant to tonight's discussion. I do thank y'all for joining me here tonight, and all you gents for your input and folks of the interwebs. But you had mentioned intervention, because Todd had mentioned this earlier. I do think it was a good point. The art of illusion may have been what we saw in the Charlie Kirk situation. They had a tent there where there are these 3D style projectors that project a hologram in a manner that we could have seen Charlie Kirk allegedly getting shot in. I'm talking like if Tupac was rapping with Snoop Dogg in Coachella in 2013. Think about the advancement of that technology. And we do see an employee of TPUSA run up to the tent real fast and grab something from the back of the tent. They claim it was an SD card, but it could have been a little camera.
And the Earth illusion is also at Butler, Pennsylvania, when like the sound of a bullet rings out, so they got to run the cameraman over, lower the flag, so they can get there just the perfect angle when he gets up off the ground after cutting his ear open and be like, fight. Just saying.
Sarah, you want me to believe all of that was staged? That the man who's the #1 reality TV star in the world, he would bring
never on CNN
line to get the photo.
The man who was never on CNN, they decide to go to his rally live, but also the man who's never attended a fucking White House Correspondents' Dinner since Obama said he'd never be the president. Just happens to show up the same day the Israeli fucking mentalist is doing the hosting and not a comedian.
Total coincidence. That dude's dude. That mentalist, as they call him, he's a mentalist. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, the magician Oz Perlman, like Lou Perlman, he does all that magic trick.
Joe Rogan's ATM card, give him his number, and say, "Hey, just pretend like you guessed it."
Hey, wait. Is Oz Perlman related to Lou Perlman, who pulled all those mental tricks on the little boys? It was called Backstreet Boys and New Kids on the Block.
I think their official name is the Backdoor Boys. Hey, don't worry, Jonah.
What's the Perlman?
Backdoor Boys are back.
You would know the Backstreet Boys a little better than we do. Please tell us more. Just teasing, young.
Yeah, it was Lou Pearlman who was the boy band manager.
Lou Pearlman.
Boys, InSync, O-Town.
Oh, man.
Real hideous character.
New Kids on the Block.
A bunch of sweaty boys all day long. Guys.
New Kids was Maurice Starr, and they thought he was a pedo when he was looking for white kids in Boston. So, yeah, Maurice Starr was a big black guy. Lou Pearlman,
big.
Not so much.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, but just a quick note in regards to the whole thing with the Fayeds and the DeMeo, situation. If there was something guaranteed, like if anything else, that case against DeMeo and the other members of the Gambinos, and of course DeMeo never saw a trial because he got whacked before then, they would have buried it. I mean, their star witness was Dominic Montiglio, who was Nino Gadgi's nephew. They could have buried anything really important.
Sources of message.
Trials can be very limited hangouts. I mean,
they often are, or they not, right?
And
yeah.
You mean Bill Hicks and Handy Sook?
Well,
he definitely lost him $1.5 billion.
Even tonight's film, we see the Vatican-controlled Muppet District Attorney from Nassau County, the Assistant DA. She's fabricating these entire courts things with this Neely character, Lieutenant Silac, and she knows she's making shit up, but it's helping her career, right?
Yeah, and I mean this book I just finished reading about a week or so ago. It was a book called "Don't Talk About Joe Mack," and it was about the original leader of the Winter Hill Gang in Boston, and how there was murders that were attributed to Whitey Bulger that Bulger didn't even do. Not saying that Bulger was innocent, but they papered over certain murders, and the feds went after him for certain murders, and then others were attributed to him that he actually didn't, do. It could have been Joe McDonald.
The FBI office there in Boston, the Muppet office location in Boston. He's the one who called Whitey Bulger and said, "Hey, get out of town!" Right? He was a special agent in charge,
well,
right?
He was a special John Connolly, who his story was he grew up. So he made a little bit of the mythology about it. It was that he looked up to Billy, Whitey's brother, and that Whitey bought him ice cream when he was a kid. Like there was a whole romanticized version of it.
Right.
And Connolly says that there's like a late night meeting between Bulger, Connolly, and Steve Fleming. Steve Fleming's Italian, but never went to the mafia. He was more connected to the Winter Hill guys, and that they offered to provide information. Fleming had already been providing information. Fleming's brother, Jimmy, had already been providing information. The Boston office relied on kind of co-op. I mean, it was informants who were already kind of, fucked in one way or another. I mean, you had guys like before Bulger and Fleming, you had Joe Barboza, who was Portuguese, who was a hitman. Joe the Animal Barboza, yeah. He had
the Animal, I like it. That's great.
Yeah, he idolized the guy.
His Italian nickname's correct.
The Animal.
He idolized Dick and Perry from in Cold Blood, and then when he found out, when Truman Capote said one of the guys was like a latent homosexual, he like kicked the TV because he had love and hate tattooed on his hands. Barboza wanted to be made, not realizing that you won't be made into the mafia unless you. I think at one point you had to be 100% Italian, but I knew they did make exceptions. But the Boston office, I mean, was
100% Italian or 100% Sicilian, because there's a distinction there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Depending on the family, it could be more pure, purist and say, you need to be 100%.
Some families was 100% Sicilian, and some of them were like, as long as you're like 32% Sicilian.
Pretty much.
The rest only Italian, right? Like you couldn't have any non-Italian, right?
Yeah, no. I mean, it could have been like in New York where you had the whole one of the first wars before it was really organized with Luciano and Costello and Genovese, which was the Castello-Morese War, which was if you weren't from that region of Sicily, you weren't of the good people. And that was a war between Joe Masseria and Salvatore Maranzano. But with that Boston office of the FBI, it was Connolly. There was a guy named Jim Ahern who handled Jimmy the Weasel Fratiano out in California. Like, you had guys who should have known better. They're relying on informants who are going out and murdering people. That's against the agreement. You're not allowed to, like, they say, well, they know they're committing crimes, but they know like murder is supposed to be that fine line. Well, we still don't know what Whitey Bulger gave. Was he actually giving any information to the FBI, or was he not? This book about Joe Mack, Joe McDonald was pure, I think truly was the leader of the Winter Hill Gang. Wasn't even Howie Winter, who had always been kind of attributed to be the Winter Hill Gang, which I was.
That's a nickname I've ever heard on right there, old Joe McDonald.
Yeah, I mean, he was hardcore. I mean, interesting guy. Like one of the hits he did in Drag, which came out later.
Like the start of tonight's film.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, they said he was involved in the murder of Roger Wheeler, which was one of the ones they attributed to Bulger. Roger Wheeler was the head of World Highlight, which the former agent who handled Bulger at one point, because Bulger, I think, had been an informant a couple of times, but one of the guys who Bulger had known, a guy named Paul Rico, was head of security at.
Hey, wait,
World
Bulger
Highlight.
was not an informant.
No, he was
a patsy.
There's both.
Here's the thing. So Bulger, to his death,
he's still a victim of MK and shit, right? But he was already.
He was an innocent Irish boy. He never did nothing wrong his whole life.
Yeah.
That's popped up in a couple of books, including this book that I just finished, was that Bulger liked to go to the gay bars. And he said later on he had multiple girlfriends, this and that. I think he led a double life. Fleming was definitely a pedophile.
He definitely lived a double life, right? He runs off with his, who's the lady he runs off with? Is like
Catherine. Well, that was the second woman he ran off with.
Yeah. They didn't put that part in the movie, did they? With Johnny Depp?
They left some of that out. But the first one was named Teresa Stanley, and she got sick of being on the run, and then he brought her back and brought a woman named Catherine Gregg. Catherine Gregg was the woman who got so much salon treatments and cosmetic treatments. That kind of eventually tipped them off.
Weird sexual business going on amongst Bulger, that lady, and her sister.
Yeah, Bulger was involved in so much weird shit I'll never truly know.
So there's a.
I don't remember hearing Bulger was
have any ever seen that?
Was
weird
going to
fucking...
bathhouse and meeting with guys. I don't remember ever hearing that. I never first time I heard that.
He was very much like the character portrayed by Jack Nicholson in The Departed.
Yeah.
I think he accurately portrayed why they didn't call him Bulger, they didn't call it the Winter Hill Gang, but I thought he accurately portrayed. He's a fucking psycho. I think they actually accurately portrayed Bulger, and Bulger was a psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was also there was a Showtime television series called The Brotherhood or Silent Brotherhood. That was basically the story of Whitey Bulger.
And his brother.
It was basically the story of Whitey Bulger, but they changed. Yeah.
Did it star Amon
brother,
Asante? Because I feel like they get him when they can't get a good mobster in there.
No, it was Jason Isaacs from Harry Potter and The Patriot. And it was Jason Clarke, who was in, what the hell was he in? He played Teddy Kennedy in the Chappaquiddick movie.
Ah, okay. That's some.
But yeah, they're brothers, and they were based on Whitey and Billy Bulger. And because one of the guys who helped create the show worked on The Sopranos. But yeah, no, that was a good show, Jonah.
A lot of crossover amongst these mafia folks in the fictionalized tellings and in the real life.
Oh, yeah, of course I watched it. It's an Irish fucking mobster shit.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
I mean, that shit. I mean,
they've never made a good treatment of the Westies, have they?
No, they haven't. They wanted to do it for. They had an idea. I remember reading it, like coming across.
The Irish have to keep their mouth shut, unlike the Italians.
Yeah, the Italian mobsters have YouTube channels now, but the Irish mobsters gotta keep their mouth shut.
They were going to do one with Johnny Depp and Chris Penn years ago.
And since we're talking about the Irish,
I like Chris Penn. He's a good actor.
That would have been good. That would have been good. Yeah.
Hey, if we're talking about the Irish, though, I gotta give a fucking a sign of respect to Bobby Sands.
I thought you were gonna say I gotta give a shout out to St. Patrick. I'm like, dude, that's way more.
He drove the snakes out of Ireland. Bless his heart. Yeah.
No, Bobby Sands, bro. He's the one
went on the hunger strike.
He's the one who actually fucking did the hunger strike until he died.
Yep.
He died on the hunger strike.
I think Brian Dennehy probably drove the snakes out of Ireland, dude. He could do that.
Now that's a fucking man.
Have you ever heard the story of one of the murders that's been attributed to Whitey Bulger with the IRA and the gun smuggling and marijuana?
No, but it kind of reminds me of the Harrison Ford film from the 90s.
Yeah, The Devil's Own.
Devil's Own, thank you.
Okay.
So, and a little bit of Patriot.
Blown Away? Fuck, that was a great one.
Okay, there you go. Patriot's another heavy IRA situation.
It was,
and Forrest Whitaker was in that one?
No, that's
Whitaker with the fucking lazy guy named after Nathaniel Bedford Forrest. I mean, what?
Yeah, he was in Blown Away. Yeah, and
that's Blown Away.
Oh, Blown Away.
At one point, they put a bomb in his headphones. Yeah, and Jeff Bridges.
If he didn't run faster than 55 miles per hour, it blew up.
The next time he plays his favorite song, it's kaboom.
Yep. But the Westies, they're supposed to be doing an MGM series with what's his name, Titus Welliver from Bosch, but it's not based on the T.J. English book. I don't know how much it's going to adhere to any, like, Featherstone and Jimmy Coonan and all them. So
that was a good book. I read that book. That was a really good book, I thought.
I love the Westies. That was
the T.J. English book.
Yeah, check out the Westies.
Paddywhack. The one he did about the Irish mob presence in the U.S. was probably one of the best ones I'd ever read.
I newer even heard of that one.
Oh yeah, because it talks about.
How do you spell that?
PADDY WHACKED.
HACKD. Wow, that's a CKD. That's a different.
Yeah, Brotherhood was really good, and yeah, it was
apostrophe D. It's apostrophe D.
Apostrophe.
Get him, Jonah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was apostrophe. It was WHACK apostrophe D, like an Irish word or Irish speaking one. And yeah, so there's the Wikipedia for Brotherhood that I brought up. It's fucking a great Irish fucking. There was 3 seasons. I only had like the first 2 seasons on fucking.
I only saw the first
DVDs
2. I didn't
back
see
in
the
the
last.
day when I used to. Yeah, no, I had the first like when I used to do fucking executive protections where I'd get paid 12 hours a day to like sit in a fucking CEO's office and fucking close plants and shit. I bought that and I watched it probably
was
like
this
6
your
times
secret of
because
my
there's nothing
success
else to
story?
do.
Dude? I gotta
Sit in the CEO's office and piss on plants. What?
My success is you start off in the mailroom, dude, and then pretend to be an executive, and then bang an executive's wife.
No. So it was actually Goodyear, and they're shutting down a plant. So it was in Quebec. They brought us up, and because like they brought a bunch of us up to literally just sit there and watch their offices and their families fucking 24/7. So they didn't get.
Watch my daughter now. Make sure nothing happens to her. My beautiful daughter going to make sure nothing happens to her.
No.
Okay.
Well, on that note, hold on.
Watch the family, yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't know that about you.
What do you know?
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said.
No,
I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby. I do music.
So you just really quick. For the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So, in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
She do music.
Wait. What's wrong with that Jewish girl's fucking posture? Her tits aren't that big. Like, fucking straighten your back up,
She's just a musician, dude. Don't get off her back, dude. She's just a musician.
She do music.
No, the Jewish girl.
What that mean? I do magic.
No, the Jewish girl. Her posture is fucking horrible, bro.
I got a question.
From my understanding.
That Bobby
I got a
chick,
question
her
for
fucking posture is horrible. I was watching that. I'm like, God damn.
I got a question for you, Clint.
You tell me she's getting in bed with all these rappers and she ain't got her fucking back blown out so it's straight.
Did you get David Icke?
She needs a spina bifida.
David Icke, what?
I said, did you get David Icke on your show?
Oh, no.
How about Roger Stone, dude? No one else.
Oh,
your show?
Get Stone, please.
I'm still working on it.
He's getting upset all the time, dude. I'd love.
Oh my God, get Roger
Stone's
Stone.
old and crazy
That's
enough,
awesome.
dude. No disrespect. He's old and crazy enough. He might just say, yeah.
Yes, I think you would. One of the greatest stories is when he made an appearance on, what was it? The Union of the Unwanted, which was Midnight Mike from OBDM, Charlie.
He
from
went on that show, huh?
Oh yeah, and then at one point his power cut out, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, we're looking at Roger Stone," but it says like Jorge, and he went on like someone who works for his like internet connection. So it was like some guy who worked for Roger Stone. It was hysterical when I heard that story because I reached out to him a couple times, and he's genuine. I mean, I think it's probably. I always say
he's not I just assumed he's non-responsive to everybody.
I had talked to him about a couple things, and because I said I was going to try to reach out.
He's straight up CIA.
One of my friends who worked for the newspapers when Stone got busted back in 2019, and that whole orchestrated 6 a.m. raid where CNN just happened to be there and all that stuff.
Sure. But seemed a bit aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, well, meanwhile, his wife's not doing great, and
He just asked the guy to come in. Like he was literally just in a meeting like the week prior with the feds. They did.
Let's frog march you and your whole family out into the street at 4 in the morning in your private community.
Wait.
Make a big scene of it. Have frogmen coming in with boats and shit.
I learned about that entire incident via watching Chad Ochocinco, the former wide receiver.
Oh, wait a minute. He
happened to live next door to Roger Stone.
The important point of that story.
What did he say? What did he say, JJ?
He's saying, "Hey, y'all, my neighbor's door's getting kicked in by the feds right now." And this is
so
what CNN had it breaking news. It was the Chad Ochocinco news.
You know, I mean, here's the thing about Stone. Like, I like him, but I mean, you know, my thing is this: when he got busted, I knew he wouldn't talk. Like, he wouldn't give up Trump for anything. You look at someone like Bannon. Now, meanwhile, he hates Steve Bannon. All you got to do is just watch that Twitter timeline.
Stone don't like Bannon, yeah.
Well, first of all, I mean, Bannon is connected with Epstein. You got Epstein and Michael Wolff. That fucking journalist, Michael Wolff. What a piece of shit! If there ever was one, Michael Wolff. But
definitely
pops up in all those emails and is doing PR for Epstein. But so is Bannon. I said,
Stone's got a lot of Epstein's connections there.
15 hours of video I'd love to see of him trying to make fucking Epstein look
well,
like whatever.
He might have.
But let's clean up your image. You don't really love 13-year-olds anymore. Now you're up to 17-year-olds. What should they be talking about?
Todd, shut up, Todd.
The only guy in the room that has something interesting to say, and you tell him to shut up. But okay, go on, John. No.
He's reloading, Todd.
I know. Shots fired. Everybody duck.
Now, is it Kristen Davis? I think Stone's friend. And then
wasn't she a madam?
Yeah, she was a madam.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the exact intersection she may have with Epstein, but I presume where did he go again? I presume there is one.
With Stone, I mean,
his rage against me is driving him off the show.
Stone introduced Donald Trump to Roy Cohn.
No, I was about to say something really important. For Phil, first off, you go from like hanging out with people like Sam Tripoli and the Union of the Unwanted, then you come hang out with JJ, myself, and Clint. You ain't getting invited back.
So you've been hanging out with Sam Tripoli?
I don't hang out with Sam Tripoli.
That's what I was about to say.
You hang out with Sam Tripoli?
I'm just giving a double life over
I have nothing against Sam Tripoli, but I've never hung out.
I don't either.
In terms of podcasts,
oh, I do. Like, that's my personal stuff.
JJ, Occult Rejects.
It's just Jonah.
Cheney, who's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, don't believe Jonah, sir. He's accusing us all of being Zionists, and here he accused me of being a crypto Jew. But I don't even invest in Bitcoin, so I don't know how it works.
If you don't have steel toe boots in them.
I was going to say, you know, anytime I hear JJ, I think of Jeff Jarrett, Double J. You know, that's who I think of.
I won't let that son of a bitch out JJ. We don't want baby Dante Rambo. But Brian Dennehy also, and I don't know if I can beat Brian Dennehy.
But which one of the five of us is going to be the first to get? Hey, which one of the five of us is going to get a coffee deal first?
Brian Dennehy wouldn't do coffee deals, sir. That's not Brian Dennehy.
Which one of the five of us gets a coffee deal first?
Who's getting Dunkachino? That's all I want to know. I mean,
we're not seeing Brian Dennehy in his Dunkachino phase.
That's
the coffee I like.
That was the setup.
There is no Brian Dennehy coffee unless it's Irish coffee. Yeah. I mean, we do it right.
I would like to see Brian Dennehy do a Dunkachino phase, but we're not going to do that like that.
I mean, there's an Irish car bomb.
It's not Al anymore.
That's not real coffee, though.
Dunkachino? Don't mind if I do. What's my name? Dunkachino. It's a whole new.
Oh, never again. Never again shall our country endure such pain.
Every time, just so you know, JJ, every time he showed that, he's getting residuals for that.
Yeah, yes.
The FCC should ban that. We should never let that happen.
I mean,
somehow he's rising in popularity. No,
just said from Lisa Kudrow from Friends that they still make every year $20 million.
Oh, I have no.
That is just a sign of the times.
Cosby Show residual alcohol. From him
Stupidity is paying off.
They had Elvin working at the Whole Foods again, dude.
Yeah. And meanwhile, like Brady Bunch kids never got fucking done.
That's life imitating art, imitating life. Though.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, if I got my Cosby lore in line here, he worked at a grocery store in the Cosby Show, and as a result of Cosby raping a bunch of women, he had to go work at a grocery store in real life. That's fucked up, man.
And meanwhile, he played Donovan McNabb on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Didn't he also play Tiger Woods on there too?
I think he did.
That's a great guess.
No. You were on the Cosby Show.
I think that's where the Whole Foods they got him at, dude. Like somebody was like walking, like Gawker or something like that years ago. Jeffrey from the Cosby Show or whatever.
You know one of the things I love about you know one of the things I love about your show. Sorry.
Go ahead.
You know the things I love about your show, JJ. It's kind of like the burger element and the fries and vaccines all over as many as you want all day long if you want. Jesus. I love I love you breaking down these movies. It's like archaeology in the present of how this stuff was formed and developed, and the crustaceous creatures that were making these movies and how they're all connected.
One of those crustaceous creatures is Princess Diana's husband, sir. But I appreciate the.
Yeah, you're going to tell us about Princess Diana, please. Go on, JJ.
Well, we're coming in hot at 2 hours. I don't want to take up all your gents' time, but I do appreciate the kind words, and I appreciate you.
All right.
Hey, don't you fucking dare disrespect my princess.
You're bowing down to the queen right now, who's visiting America, aren't you? Or the king right now, who's visiting America.
Lady is a big fat person on their money.
How does it feel, Jonah, to have your king visiting our president?
All kinds of lag right now.
She a great big fat person.
I saw Donald Trump blowing fucking British dick.
On an AI video you created?
Dick about how
some weird AI video you created?
The great British people.
Well,
like,
I would say it sounds
like
like King Charles.
The shit he was Smokey is blowing up King Charles' asshole at the fucking.
I hope they didn't televise that.
He's visiting here. We ain't visiting there, Jonah. So.
Well, I think much like the Vatican subverting America's liberty and tonight's
you really believe in that one,
well, you do, obviously. You bow down to them guys every day and swear allegiance.
Dude, they own farmland in America. They don't get taxed on, dude. That's a real.
I don't know shit, bro.
Exactly. It's more reason to get rid of them. Get them out of here. I don't want none of them around here.
They get fucking subsidies not to grow things on it, dude. So why the fuck is America paying the fucking queen and shit subsidies?
And that started with the Great
Depression. Because they're sneaky, subterfuge.
It sounds like we all need to go visit our local science store. We think that's a good idea. Is all I'm saying.
Exactly. And Hunter Biden will be your president soon, so don't worry.
Hunter Biden's got my vote. I don't vote, but Hunter Biden's got my vote, dude.
2033. Yeah.
No, fuck that. JD's gonna be your
president. In the year 2035, Hunter Biden will be your president if you're still alive.
But I don't think we're far off from what we see.
Old Yeager and Evans reference.
This art of illusion, where we see these fake events that are often described as in conspiracy culture and as psyops and false flags, where we see these orchestrated events. Like the Boston bombing comes to mind because back when Dave McGowan, back when he radicalized me in these matters, a little over a decade or so ago now, he had a great expose there on his site, which is still there today. The Center for Informed America, CIA. I can get behind that joke. Go fuck yourself, or you Muppets at Langley. But there was somebody that posted a bunch of photographs, random account on Reddit back in 2014. Posted a bunch of photographs directly overlooking the finish line, directly taking a bunch of high quality zoomed in photos, almost like a counter op. There's always an op and a counter op. Someone's running a counter op against that op of perpetrating this fake bombing situation.
My favorite one is the fucking amputee.
The double amputee, Jeff.
My favorite one is the amputee who was allegedly lost their leg, but they're
Agreed.
yeah,
My
they're
favorite
an
is the
amputee
felon
before, but then they
Carlos
said that he
Arredondo, an
fucking lost his
unlawful
leg in the
immigrant
fucking,
to
and then
America. The guy wearing the cowboy hat, Carlos Arredondo.
Oh, and my second favorite is
How about
that
backpacks with pressure
Carlos
cookers in them?
my second favorite is that cunt, that cunt Leanna Wen. Leanna Wen, who was the head doctor of the Boston.
Intervention, sir. Real quick. Carlos Arredondo, though, if I may, real quick. I like your double amputee, but I'll raise
My
you a
shit's
fake
break
cowboy.
it up, sorry.
You'll raise him a fake arm.
Oh, dude, he lit a U.S.
No,
but recruiting vein on fire.
No, what I say is my
Carlos Arredondo. He gets a
and let's not forget Leanna Wen.
He's not trying to save anybody.
The Boston.
No intervention, sir. He's waiting.
Yeah.
He's waiting by the fence until they get the double amputee guy Jeff into the chair. He's the guy wheeling Jeff out, dude. And Jeff's got no tourniquets on his legs, dude. The double amputee Jeff guy. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting characters there.
There were so many photographs of that thing, and if you looked at them, you're like, God, what are we going to? What are we doing?
Well,
it's like FX2.
Yeah, I'm breaking up hard.
It's Boston, where again, so that book that I just finished, when they talk about one of the most destructive and most violent mob wars, the McLean-McLaughlin War, where 60 people get killed over about 5 years, and later on they're like, yeah, no, there were people who were taken out that had nothing to do with that war. So there is that illusory element there. And you think of, just so many other, with the Boston bombing, you have at one point to try to get the Zarnev brothers, you shut down Watertown, where they pretty much said everybody
stay in your homes.
Yeah. Stay in and lock down in 2013.
Didn't they?
It was full blown martial law, dude. Full blown.
It was.
Yeah,
tanks driving down the street with army pointing their guns at people's houses. They're looking and filming.
They were like, "You either let us search your house, or we'll throw you on the ground and drag you out of your house," because they did that to some folks.
Yep. And then
kind of like a practice run, kind of like an exercise.
Seemed very
one of the people who's interviewed on the scene is Dr. Leanna Wen, who later on they'd rely on 7 years later, who basically is like, yeah, no, you need to wear your masks, you need to get injected.
Muppet, you're right. Holy shit, dude.
Definitely.
I did not realize that is Leanna Wen, dude. Dude, she's a Chinese citizen. She's not even an American citizen.
Yeah, she ran the fucking on-site response.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
They don't get creative. They do not get creative with the people they reuse. After a while,
she was the head of Johns Hopkins Medical during cough season. She did something within cough, right?
Yeah, no, she definitely has like a CDC, NIH.
CDC, that's what it was.
The only reason why anybody would listen.
She was CNN's lead correspondent.
They did just indict some guy involved with the cough thing 2 days ago. Somebody right below Fauci. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I missed that.
Fauci just got him about 2 days ago. They're indicting him now, moving their way up the chain to these liars.
What offense did he have? Did he eat too many burgers? There was too many burgers.
Probably was offering like two side of fries didn't deliver you.
Yeah, didn't get them right.
If they don't go after Fauci,
if they don't go after
Ralph Barrick, then just like them
then it's all fake.
It's all a smoke screen.
How about that multi-generational Nazi component that's been within the CDC that works
directly? Who the fuck is going to go after them?
After who?
Aubergloss? AUBER loss, maybe? They're
who the fuck is going to go after Fauci, though?
It was not just the rocket scientists; it was the medical scientists, Nazis too. And that goes back to the start of the CDC. And this one family that had a representative, multi-generational under Muppet Fauci, was part of that. Auchincloss, AUCHINLOS.
Isn't that connected to Jackie Kennedy?
Yeah, they're deep state Muppets. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's right under the Fauci sheets, probably literally.
Here's the sad thing: they'll never go because they are true deep state. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Trump
Fauci would be a fall guy with the Auchincloss and just keep on Auchinclossing.
I think there's limited hangouts even with the deep state. You know, they could tell us, oh, like Jim Comey. Yeah, Jim Comey might be your version of deep state. How about like 2 layers under him? Like FBI director really only has so much power. It's the deputies, it's the assistants. The directors are the ones.
Dan Bongino didn't seem to have much power. He came in and left like the wind. Came in and blew out the side door within a year or something.
Yeah.
No, you're making a good point, sir, because we do see that, and we see that with the Comey situation specifically. His grandfather, for example, was the police commissioner in Yonkers during a lot of cold activity. Just saying.
Oh man, yeah. No, he's deep.
There's a lot of versions of deep state. My version of deep state revolves a lot of.
Comey's involved with Whitey Bulger too, if I'm not mistaken.
Mueller was.
Or Mueller.
Mueller was, yeah.
Yeah, one of these. I'm trying to figure out.
His mother's first cousin was Dick Bissell, real name. He was the director of the operation.
SR-71.
He was in charge. You're right. He was all around Area 51 with the SR-71 program. He was the operations chief of the Bay of Pigs thing, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then Mueller's wife, he marries a Cabell, the cousin of Charles Cabell, the head of the CIA and the whole Bay of Pigs thing.
And whose brother was the mayor of Dallas.
Earl Cabell, yes, sir.
Yeah, after a while, it's not even 6. Like we said, it's not even 6 degrees.
No.
Yeah.
We're seeing just
It's
these
1 degree.
relations. Well, it's like when people, you know, like anytime I see something where they start talking about, you know, Obama, and I'm like, well, if you're not going to talk about the Dunhams, his family, and you know, Agency of International Development, CIA, I'm like, you just don't want to look. Or you know, like if you want to look with Bill Clinton, and it's like, well, where do you think he was co-opted by the CIA?
Yo, you got to look into Mia Sotoro and her.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even that far back with some of these people. At what point did you sell
out?
out?
Boy Roger Stone there, sir. He was out there years ago purporting to tell with Lolo Sotoro worked directly for the Rockefellers and ran the hit squads over there in Malaysia. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying that's the first time I ever heard that story. Roger Stone does have some interesting tales.
I mean, you know what? I think there's a good amount you could trust, and there's other ones trust but verify. I mean,
I don't disagree. I've seen a lot of things over the years. Yeah, that he's
I don't
buy, cooks he hates. Right? It's always about like oppositional. He made a career of oppositional research, right, in DC, right?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, he's a Nixon guy. I mean, he's got the tattoo of Nixon on his back.
Yeah, that's gay, right?
He hates the Bushes, but yet he did help engineer the Brooks Brothers riot in 2000 for W. I mean, there's the line in the movie Recount, "Get me Roger Stone." I mean, that's.
And he worked with Karl Rove. He worked with.
Somehow he's on record as being. Somehow he's on record as being a swinger too.
Well, he's on record because he posts swinging ads.
He likes to swing. Hey, you got any wives that want to swap?
It was funny.
Couples
he was working on Jack Kemp's campaign, or he was working for Jack Kemp, which, funny enough, Jack Kemp has a connection with the Franklin scandal because Kemp was good friends with Lawrence King. But
Jack Kemp, the quarterback, dude. Jack Kemp, the quarterback, would never do that.
Meanwhile, Dick Morris, Bill Clinton's guy, liked to suck the toes of prostitutes. I mean, there was like
Tarantino,
yeah, they all had weird things, but you know, I mean, Stone, I don't think makes apologies for what he did. You know,
he's not very
if he wants to swing, if he wants to go this way or that way, that's not really the issue.
Yeah.
What's the issue is, man, if you're
it's the Edwin Edwards. It's not the serial killer one. The governor of Louisiana. The only way they'll vote me out is if they catch me in bed with a dead girl or a live boy. You know, like that's
what
there you go. Yeah, that's
body in their trunk there. Coming of age to being an American politician and have a dead body in your trunk.
Rise to the top of your
dude. You had one every night, I heard.
Committee, yeah.
It's like that joke in Jan Silent Bob Strike Back. When they're breaking into Hollywood, they go on to Goodwill Hunting too, and they're in between scenes in there, and they're like, "Oh, we got a security alert and whatever," and they're like, "Oh, that's dead hooker in Affleck's trailer again, huh?"
Well, it's funny enough you mentioned
again because I'm sure that's not the first dead actor.
Jay and Silent Bob, and meanwhile, one of their co-stars, Shannon Elizabeth, is now doing OnlyFans.
I saw that, dude. Who doesn't want to see a 52-year-old woman do OnlyFans?
Times are hard.
$2 million.
Over $2 million.
You might be an American actress.
Lasers you can purchase for $2 million.
If you find yourself doing OnlyFans.
I think that exhibits folks' love for nostalgia, like my love for nostalgia in the 1991 cinematic masterpiece brought to us by Princess Diana's husband, FX2, starring the two Bryans. I do want to thank you, Jen, for joining me here tonight. I want to thank you folks to the interweb. We'll pass it around.
Thank you, JJ.
Statements, baking recipes, any commentary on Wahhabism. I think Troublemaker Jonah had a 92-minute dialogue he had planned for us to close out the show on.
Give us all 45 minutes, Jonah. Go for it.
Clint had an Illuminati rant for the next 47 minutes. I mean, saying buckle up, folks. We got some long closings here.
I'll sing to Bob Dylan. Oh, people say JJ show come to close. You gotta get used to it. Charles going whoa now you gotta lay down. Here now you gotta make a deal.
I think we lost.
We'll tell you how to feel. Cause Jonah went left our show. Oh no. Sorry about Bob Dylan, yeah.
So, do we have any closing statements from you, gents, before we call her in here?
Well, me and Tyler are going live after the show. On my channel.
There you go.
You want to join?
Please go to Clint's show if you want.
/live. I'll come over there. For sure.
Phil, join Clint. Put the kids to bed and come over on Clint's show anytime.
They're already in bed.
His show's not bad. Don't be afraid of him rapping, death rap.
I got slightly less than an hour left on my laptop before I have to grab a charger, so I think I'd do it.
Oh yeah. No, do it. Yeah, fuck, we love to hear your conversation. I'm just joking about Clint. I'm just joking about Clint.
Is that your closing
Clint's a good guy.
On your show?
Oh yeah. Love your show, JJ. Hope you're doing all right. I want everybody to donate to JJ if you're able. Let's get this guy's podcast in full tilt.
I like to guarantee a barn burner around here, sir. This is a barn burner.
Man, you put on a good show. I love your research. I Patreon to JJ. I'm part of his Satanic Panic series. Learning the in-depth insight. Incredible part of that.
For more devil.
Oh man, I love that. Before I leave, I want to say that show you did over there yesterday over there at UVU with the other JJ. Incredible. Awesome.
Yeah,
check that shit out. JJ going to the campus, looking at that, looking at the pole that's right in the way of the guy that would have.
Totally in the way, dude.
Ridiculous.
Creepy dentist, dude. Beating creepy fucking dentist, you guys.
Creepy dentist showing up. Knowing things.
Do you have a theme for me?
Oh, it's Chevy Chase month, sir. I'm glad you asked. It's Chevy Chase month.
Nice.
I hope you'll be available to join me next week for Fletch Lives. We're doing Fletch 2.
If you ever want me back, JJ, please let me know.
Come on down, gents. Dana Dudall will also be joining us for that one.
Also, one more thing, real quick, JJ.
Does it involve Chevy Chase?
Well, no, but please let our good buddy Jin the Ninja come back on for a show review.
Jin's welcome to come back anytime, dude.
He's an amazing minded man. He did a great show with you guys with you and Cosmic Peach a long time ago. He's so smart.
The Christian Slater month.
Let's get a good show going for him. Yeah, that he comes back on. I'd love to hear that. I want to be on that.
I'm also planning on doing this podcast, The Cotton Club.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool as hell.
Well, it's him and Juliette Lewis, a Scientologist. It's weird. It's really
that is trippy.
Yeah, they're doing the
I love Phil, love Clinton, love JJ. I just hope JJ's okay because JJ's making some major moves lately, guys. So everybody support him if you can. Donate, subscribe to his show.
Isn't he running for president? 2028?
Yeah.
That'd be phenomenal.
I wish he was president.
I thought JJ was running for the blue.
Oh
the
no,
blue
I'm
chicken,
me. No, sir,
blue
I'm not
chicken
running.
ticket.
No, I'm definitely not
They
running.
just take him out immediately. So yeah, let's not wish that on him.
Yeah, don't put that hate on me, sir.
Don't put that hate on him. Oh,
I did say it was the blue chicken ticket. I don't think that would cause any problem.
I'm not a serial killer, so you have to be a serial killer to be in.
Clint knows what
you
I'm
have to eat
talking about.
babies, no. That's horrible. No evidence. Anybody ate any
I
babies?
think
But
it's a mandatory requirement. I think it's on the backside of the form. You sign up for the,
have you ate babies? That's like a
do
secret
you
form.
murder people and eat children? If you do, then you're hired. That's what happened.
That's
with
the
David
other
Levin.
side.
I covered this last week in my Devil Fit Thursdays.
Man, crazy.
It is an interesting intersection with Area 51 when you look at those aspects, because you got folks like Dick Bissell, who he was pretty much in charge of Area 51.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Bissell was an interesting guy. I mean, so when, I mean, obviously Dulles and him took the blame along with Charles Cable, but Bissell was kind of like considered like innovative. He was kind of like a brain in CIA, you know, like
For sure.
Dulles was more
Not a vacuum.
You know,
I thought it was a
yeah.
vacuum cleaner named Dick Bissell. It's a real person.
Yeah, I mean,
Dulles is great at
a lot of those guys.
Dulles is great at cloak and dagger, stabbing somebody in the back. He's not an idea guy. He's more of a machinations character.
I don't disagree with your
Nazis.
points, sir. He was a major character. I don't think he gets enough attention, quite honestly. And he's cousins with Robert Mueller, that fucking Muppet. But yeah, Three
Man.
Amigos on the list. That's one of my favorite Chevy Chase films for sure, dude.
That's a good one.
A lot of occult shit,
Spies
man. They
like
get
us,
talks
spies
about
like us. If you're gonna do Belushi and Chase, or not Belushi, Chase and
Well, you could almost consider Chevy Chase. I'm sure you could probably do an Andy Dick angle where in terms of people who died around Chevy Chase. One of the last
There you
people
go.
Chevy Chase. Well,
Yeah.
Andy Dick, the people who died around Andy Dick,
Well, a lot of them,
Bill
right?
Hartman or
Yeah.
David Strickland, who was on Suddenly Susan. Like Andy Dick was connected to a
And
few
suddenly
people.
dead
Died.
after that when he knew Andy.
Chevy Chase, you had Doug Kenny, one of the big guys at National Lampoon, who co-wrote Caddyshack.
Charles Rocket, or was he at? Did he have an association? Was he back then on SNL? Was that?
Charles Rocket was. I mean, you could almost probably connect that with Jim Carrey. Truth be told, no. Charles Rocket was one and done season, the first SNL after the initial cast.
Oh, so it was right after
Eddie
that.
Murphy, and yeah, he was the one who said "fuck" on Saturday Night Live. The same night Prince did, but yeah, he supposedly slit his own throat. What was it, in the early 2000s or whatnot? But yeah, no, I mean that's the SNL curse.
you saw the movie with I forget the actor, an actor I like. The Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, the Chuck Barris story. You saw that movie, right?
I wanted to see that.
Oh my God, you haven't seen that?
Sam
Holy
Rockwell,
shit, Sam Rockwell, one of my favorites.
Well, if you all want to do a review on that, I'll invite John Barber. He actually worked for Chuck Barris. He was the first host on the Gong Show.
Oh man, that'd be fucking cool.
What is it? Your Mother's Not a Virgin, I think is the name of that
Oh,
book.
that's a great book, Jay. He sent me a copy.
I gotta read it.
John Barber's a super
Please
awesome.
do. Get that sucker going. Watch that show if you
Legendary
can.
comedian, JFK dude, get Jim Garrison on camera.
Oh, what's his name loves him? Don Jeffries. Don Jeffries loves John Barber.
Yeah, I'm sure he's done Don Jeffries show before. I don't know that for certain, but yeah, John's a nice dude for sure.
Yeah.
Very studied. Don Jeffries is very studied.
If you could get Don Jeffries on a movie,
That would be interesting. Jonah would love that. I wouldn't mind that. I love Don Jeffries. He's fantastic.
I think we could get him. I think all of us.
Oh, it'd be cool. Tell he's on Dana. He was on with Dana the other week or two ago, I think.
I just love John Barber's stories, dude. That guy's got so many good. He told me last time I talked to him, he said he wanted to tell me a story about Bob Hope. I don't even know what that one's about, but based upon his previous.
Oh man,
I
want to hear anything you got bad on Bob Hope. Because that will just.
Who is it? Bryce Taylor. The Thanks for the Memories has the one about Bob Hope and Kissinger.
Yep.
Oh man.
Those are like sexual handlers, right?
Bob Hope, who has a cameo in Spies Like Us.
Well, Bob Hope was pretty tight with Prescott Bush and that whole USO situation, right? Where Prescott Bush says, "Oh, I'm not a Nazi. Don't charge me. How about I just give you millions of dollars for this USO thing that's failing?"
So
Bob Hope
there's
was
a show
in that operation, right? That's who he's
there's a show
in the USO. I'm just saying They have some weird connections with things like that between Hollywood and Nazis.
Well, who's to say USO wasn't an early trafficking ring? You know, considering how much came out, and there's the clip they show of what is it, Shirley Temple, where Shirley Temple says, you know, the shit was going on.
That's a good point.
You know, I got to go back to L.A. Confidential, which, by the way, one of my favorite books that they turned into a movie, even though the book and the movie kind of diverge, with the fleur-de-lis, the escort service, and and one of the people they show, I think, is supposed to be like Shirley Temple. Yep. And it's just so weird with Kevin Spacey and the fact that later on Guy Pearce said, yeah, he was a little handsy on set.
Kevin Pearce said,
Guy Pearce would be in the same room with him, right?
Here's another crazy part. One of the people who's in that movie, and it connects with the certain topic we talked tonight, the guy who was at the Correspondence Dinner is a mentalist. There was the TV show The Mentalist, which was with Simon Baker. Simon Baker is good friends with Nicole Kidman, and they've romantically linked them together recently, and he's in LA Confidential.
Oh, is he the blonde guy from The Mentalist? Is he a blonde guy?
Yeah.
Man, these damn Australians coming up here all over hiding. Hugh Jackman, Nicole Kidman, hiding. Pretending to be Americans like us.
Roger Stone and Kevin Spacey, and gang, check this one out. Why, if you hear stories like that from Guy Pearce, do you get the Nexium actor who played Lex Luthor, Michael Rosenbaum, going on a tour? He came out of left field, going on a tour. He was allegedly living in obscurity in Indiana, way away from Hollywood. But he goes to that kind of tour upon Kevin Spacey's charges, telling everybody, yeah, Kevin Spacey's a nice guy. We used to smoke pot when I was 16 in a fucking trailer on a movie set. Get a new story, Muppet. That's not a good tale, but that's what we're doing with Kevin. And he's going around saying, oh, yeah, Kevin Spacey would never do that to people. And then he stayed for the Nexium. Roger Stone got paid by Nexium.
And then, he was in the show with Kristen Kriuk, who was involved with Nexium, and Allison Mack.
I'm convinced that whole cast was. Yeah, I'm convinced that whole cast was. And Mac's wife was on that other Ancient Aliens movie or TV show, Battlestar Galactica.
Jesus,
that's way back.
I'm telling you, after a while,
maybe that's not it. Maybe it's Babylon 5. Name a fucking.
That's way back too, though. Maybe been Babylon something, but it couldn't have been that. Babylon 5 and back in the 80s.
All these Muppets know each other. They're all cultists.
They do. It's crazy.
What's that stupid one they come out? Battlestar Galactica in the 80s, the one that was based on the Mormon science fiction.
Oh, I think that was Schindler's List, sir. But on that note, I do thank y'all for joining me to get a little GCD. And Todd, we got a request from the audience here from Gerald Hall. Like you to close us out with apparently proud to be an American at full volume.
Well, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I'm proud to hug that flag I love, 'cause it loves me. And I proudly stand up. What I gotta remember? I gotta memorize lyrics and drink beer. And I'll proudly stand up for the flag, 'cause I know it's for you and me. Sorry, but proud to be.
Well, that's it. That's the show here, folks. So the next time you're out on the town, visiting your local watering holes, or perhaps just meandering around, and you hear the unmistakable sounds of metal clanking, and you spot signs of a disturbance, but check your six. Look in that garbage can, 'cause you never can tell. The GCDs may be loose in your town.